We're public. I went live.
Yeah, about time.
Mm-hmm.
About time. People were going to get worried about having to listen to Joe Buck the next few hours. Come on, man.
That was a disgusting
That's an amateur,
act.
dude.
Oh, man.
Very disgusting act.
Weird week in the NFL. We had some, I wouldn't say upsets, but Tennessee just.
A lot of just blowouts.
Sunday.
Blowout Sunday. A lot of like the Giants won. Like what's going on with that? The Jets are back to being absolute trash.
They killed Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Zach Wilson gets hurt. Justin Fields is the worst rookie quarterback, not because he's doesn't have any ability. He's just getting ruined.
It's because of the Bears.
Getting Derek Carr.
The Bears.
Yeah, he's getting David Carr in his rookie season. Weird stuff. Also, weird, bad news coming out of the NHL. We were talking about this in the pre-show. The Blackhawks investigation has been concluded, and just some awful, ugly things. Apparently a player was sexually assaulted by their video coach. Management knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was
told everyone to be quiet. And they went on and won a Stanley Cup. And now 10 years later, all this is coming forward. Stan Bowman, the president. That's Scotty Bowman's kid, right?
Yep, Scotty Bowman's kid. He was the GM. He was the guy who replaced Dale Talon.
Yeah.
I think, would Dale Talon have been involved in that too, or was he gone?
I think he was. Well, Bowman said he reported it to the team president, which I forget.
Was Al McIsaac, I think that's the president.
And then so Bowman actually had some plausibility here, but he got, what's up, Darian? He got caught up like Joe Paterno did, like, the wish I should have done more thing.
No, he didn't do wish I should have done. He was the one bitching because of locker room chemistry.
Yeah.
Team chemistry.
Right. But that's the thing. If you know something.
Well, that problem is, here's the thing. Like, that's a felony. That's sexual assault.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you don't know about it, guess what? Joe Pa may have been a good football coach, but he covered up sexual assault and rape for decades.
Yeah, the thing with Joe Pa was like he just didn't want to believe that his best friend, his boy, was doing that. That was
his boy was a
pedophile, and he enabled it. So
demonetized.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we've been demonetized, dude. This whole episode is demonetized.
You can also say taint.
Okay,
but yeah,
taint. Yeah, I like saying taint.
Yeah,
taint.
Perineum.
If we're English or Australian, can we say cunt?
We can say cunt.
Good.
So. Doesn't your mom not like that word, cunt?
Yeah, she doesn't. But I mean, it's an English and Australian slur. They say that stuff all the time.
It's like pretty serious in England if you call someone a cunt. You're just like,
yeah, it is. Well, no. In England, it's actually pretty casual if you do
really
that. In the U.S.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
In the U.S., it's pretty serious if you call a woman a cunt.
You know what's pretty serious is if you use the word bloody in Britain. Like that means that's like
severe.
Yeah, like if I bloody well please, and that's like whoa.
Yeah, bloody is the F. It's like an F bomb.
Yeah,
it's like a strong F bomb.
Yeah, like a serious.
But over here, I mock it and say that shit all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, to us, bloody doesn't mean anything. I'm bloody mad. I'm bloody pissed. Like this would probably get us demonetized in Britain if we had actually had any viewers over in the UK. All right. So I guess we got to wait and see what happens with the Chicago Blackhawks thing, but it's going to get worse. I think more people are going to get fired, and I think players, allegedly, some players mocked the player that was assaulted. And those names haven't come out yet, and that could make it even worse. The thing is, whoa, jeez,
damn, son,
oh shit,
100 bomb,
I see you dropping,
yeah, 2K7. The fallout from the Blackhawks case is only starting. Matt Nagy's days are officially numbered in Chicago. and the Red Wings look passable. The USGP in Austin put F1 on notice about America's interest in it. I will have some thoughts later if you're interested. Of course, we're interested. We'll bring you up during that.
Actually,
yeah,
he should be really happy. They crushed the Blackhawks last night.
Yeah.
Their defense looks terrible. Marc-Andre Fleury can't save shit. Also because his defense is garbage. Yeah. And, like, they look terrible right now. They're getting booed off the home ice. Apparently, Jeremy Colleton just handed a drop sheet and just said, make your own damn play. Like, it's a mess. Like, it is bad in White Sox land. And that is the least of their problems.
BFM says NASCAR still won in the TV ratings. Yeah, I mean, the race should have happened at like 10 in the morning, the Formula One.
But
race.
I mean, but it's still losing ground to Formula, which is not good news.
So let me get this Chicago Blackhawks situation straight. So how come this hasn't been like national news?
It's mostly been like minor news. It was kind of covered in May, June, July. Like I had mentioned it in passing on like my videos, but it was always like, oh, it's just like hush hush. We don't want to talk about it. The NHL tried to bury it for a while. There was like grumblings about, okay, a player like was trying to go in for film study when in reality, Aldrich, the piece of shit who not like he was the video coach, he was showing porn and masturbating in front of the guy and apparently forced oral sex on him.
What?
But I think that's what happened.
What?
But and then like he told like the John Doe, he had told like one of the trainers like, hey, this guy's a creepy piece of shit. And then again, I don't know, it happened apparently a couple times. So like once at like Aldrich's apartment where he threatened him with like a baseball bat and threatened like ruining his career if he told anybody. So what happened was they went to a meeting in March, or it was May in the middle of the playoff season. It was the three heads, McIsaac, I think there was another guy, and Stan Bowman, the GM. Kevin Shoveldayoff, the assistant GM. He's the GM of the Winnipeg Jets. Coach Joel Quenneville, he's the head coach, and now he's the head coach of the Florida Panthers. And I think maybe one or two other guys. But like they had said, like, okay, we're going to keep this down. We're going to hush it up. We're not going to do anything about it because we're in the middle of a cup run. This was the year Chicago won the cup in 2010. Mm-hmm. So at that point, like Aldrich leaves, but they give him like a letter of recommendation. They recommend him things. They give him like references on a resume. So he's allowed to keep coaching. There are issues apparently with him at Miami of Ohio and Notre Dame. They don't really say anything. There may have been assaults there. Then he goes to a high school, assaults a 17-year-old kid sexually like multiple times.
Wow.
He gets arrested. He's put in jail. And now he's in a registered sex offender. So this comes out in 2020. He's like the guy starts suing the Blackhawks. The family of the kid who was assaulted in high school suing the Blackhawks. And now it's coming out that like, oh shit, people knew about this. And now Stan Bowman, the GM's resigned. The two executives involved have resigned. Shoveldayoff and Coach Quenneville are going to be involved with that. So that's the whole gist of it, is that they covered up sexual assault. That is the basic gist. It's it's a very dark day for hockey.
Darian says arrest this dude, but he's already in jail. So the guy's currently
Aldrich, he was in jail. I thought he got released.
Oh, he was in jail. So
he was in jail. He was in jail for assaulting the minor, not for the Blackhawks situation.
Yeah.
As I said, he's a registered sex offender now, but the damage is done.
Yeah, he's already went through probably more players than we know.
Probably.
I
mean, I thought there were two players, but apparently there's one.
It's never just one.
There's allegedly another player.
That's what I thought. There were two.
Yeah, this is just the start.
Oh, of course it's the start, dude. Like, if you think about it, there are a couple other issues, too. Like, the one really heinous thing is that a Dallas Stars fan, are you familiar with what happened with Matisse Kivlenieks, the guy who died in the 4th of July celebration with Elvis Merzlikins he tried protecting? A fan heckled Merzlikins with Matisse Kivlenieks' death.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Before the game. Like, and then he went on to play well, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, like they were close. The dude died protecting others. Elvis named his firstborn son after Matisse. So there's that. There's the Evander Kane situation.
Yeah,
there's the issues Robin Lehner put up, allegations of pill pushing. There's a lot of like rumblings,
I'm sure
like in the past about steroid usage and cocaine usage. It's like,
I mean, come on, that's
it's
par for the course in sports.
Yeah, that's
what I mean. Exactly. Like there are those grumblings all the time. That's what hockey's dealing with right now.
Hey, look. There's some players getting paid illegally in college. You better look out for that.
Well, I mean, that finally got ripped open, and now they're actually allowed to be paid. But
I was so envious of that shit when I was in college because you know what? At Purdue, they don't give a fuck that you play football.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Lorton said he told me he got like $100 handshake one time after we beat Notre Dame. Right. He was like, Jesus Christ.
$100?
$100, huh?
They're like, you're getting an engineering degree from Purdue. We don't need to give you money. Okay.
Yeah.
But all I know is my friend sorry, I'm putting in some eye drops. I know my friend at NC State that whatever they gave him for nutrition, he just did. That's what he said. He was
dude. Like, that's not whenever people talk about like steroids and stuff like that, I always say like, look, steroids don't make you a better football player.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not good at football, steroids is not going to make you good at football. It'll make you shit, but it is not going to make you good.
So I was a home run, Jorge Soler, 1-0 Braves.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
So when I was active in jiu-jitsu, like this one guy came to our dojo, and our gym, and he had just won the world championship, and everyone knew that he was juicing. And I was thinking about it. I was like, dude, a lot of guys juice and don't win the world championship.
Yeah.
Like you have to be a freak athlete.
You still got to be good, dude.
Right. Because I know that he wasn't the only one. So
and then steroids will like brittle your bones once you stop using it and it wears off, then you've got a whole nother set of issues.
Yeah.
Like me, I never even took supplements, dude. I never took supplements. I barely lifted weights. I made it to the NFL.
Thank God I was blessed.
I wish I could do that.
I just had that natural big Texan African genes. Worked out.
Only the 1%. All right. Let's read some supers and we'll get into the tier maker. I already did the tiers here. It's Jets level track. The Jets are the worst team in the NFL right now. Okay. I know the Lions are winless. The Jets are trash.
They make it trash.
Flacco back. They were so garbage.
Yeah. They had to trade for Joe Flacco. Nick Shannon for those about to rock fire. Christopher Stuvstad, the duality of fan. Oregon State is 5-2 and Seattle is 2-5. Joy and pain. Seattle looks bad with Gino.
Seattle is 2017 Packers without Aaron Rodgers. That's what they are. Wilson was bailing them out for a long time, and now it's coming to roost. Like that's probably the best part of the Jets season is that they have the pick with the Jamal Adams trade.
Yep.
Which nobody expected would be this high.
The Jets are loving it. They could be the ones with 2 top 10 picks, right?
Oh no, Miami's really bad, dude. They're worse than the Jets right now. Too. And they're probably going to trade for Deshaun Watson and really fuck up their future.
Yeah.
So,
Irvin Alvarado, video game lolcow goes to NASCAR Ignition 21. Holy bugs and floating cars. The game so broken on first day release. Save your money. FYI. Oh.
Yeah. That was the game we tried out in Daytona, right?
Looked fine in Daytona.
Well, but it was a demo, but still.
Apparently there was, that's the thing with games is like in enclosed environments, even Darian saying NASCAR Ignition sucks. Enclosed testing environments, they're fine. And then they go out and release them or put them on servers and things that they hadn't thought of start happening. And then like the game starts breaking down and they're like, oh, fuck. Or exploits.
There's also an issue too, especially come crunch time, where they try to cram in as much code as they can, but unfortunately, doing all that code is going to result in unexpected and unfortunate errors. Like, say you misplace a comma instead of a period, now something doesn't work the way it is, so you got to go through hundreds of thousands of lines of code and hope you get it right. So that's the problem with like that sort of thing. So a lot of the bugs, they probably either don't have the resources to test, don't want to pay people to test, or they just rush it out saying like, you know what, just go.
Fuck
We
it,
gotta
they'll
get this
buy
out.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
of
Madden,
course.
like
I mean,
Madden.
and Madden does that shit all the
Like
time. Like,
Madden.
EA,
That's all
probably
they
isn't
do.
exactly the most benevolent to their employees.
Yeah, but see, NASCAR Ignition, like they have competition, like they have iRacing to compete with. They
Well,
have
iRacing,
No,
other
it's
products.
going to get better then. It'll get
Yeah.
better.
The thing with iRacing though is they don't have to program AI. It's just they have to program the physics of the car and the details of the track.
I want to do some iRacing. I got to get on that. James Amadei V in the chat for victory. Stan Bauman got fired. Now redo the roster. Blackhawks. Yeah,
No.
Blackhawks have been in decline for a while.
Yeah, they
All right.
went all in the offseason. And by the way, that Seth Jones contract hasn't even started yet. Have fun.
First game of the week was Broncos and Browns. The Broncos started 3-0 and now are 3-4. The Browns.
Broncos suck. Where's Joey Overstreet at?
Yeah.
Where are you
was
at,
he
buddy?
predicting
11-5?
12-5? 2-0 Atlanta.
Oh,
Already on
it
the
must have been
board.
the base
Atlanta
hit.
is starting hot.
Well, Houston's biggest issue was starting pitching.
Let's see what happened here. Stolen
Austin
base.
Riley, gap shot. There you go.
Oh, Riley's
Oh,
playing.
you're ahead of me
man.
a little bit.
Yeah, I'm actually behind. I saw the 2-0
Yeah,
Braves.
I'm
before
way
that.
behind. You guys.
Oh,
I need
yeah,
to
I'm
get
still
some
on
basic
1-0.
cable. All right, so
Yeah.
Case Keenum and the Browns, ugly game, ugly Thursday night game. They still get it done. The Browns are going to be missing Baker for a while. I don't know what you do with them.
I don't know. I mean, do you they're probably purgatory right now, if you think about it. Denver, it said more about Denver because they lost to a JV squad.
Denver.
Pittsburgh has a chance of winning, if only because, Chubb might be back. Hunt's not going to be back. He's on IR. OBJ might be having issues. Jarvis Landry, he was kind of nagged up.
Some trade rumors are swirling around OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ's
Yeah, I've been
apparently
hearing
upset
about
again, but
that.
he's
What's
been
that?
injured all the time, dude.
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
say,
you know, once you tear that ACL, man, it's something about that. When you tear that ACL, you're so susceptible to like balancing injuries, like injuries on the other side of the body that you never would have had an issue with, just because the ACL for that period of time, because you had the injury, your entire body like changed its balance. And
it's like Rick and Morty when they put the murderer's arm on him, because you have a dead guy's ligament in your knee. Like you basically like that, whatever that person was before, just
you will slowly become him.
Yeah, slowly turn into a serial killer. That's what happened.
But he has been hella quiet though. He's been hella quiet, not really involved with much of anything in the games. Like,
you know,
maybe he doesn't want to play football no more.
I went and looked up the trade, thinking about, you know, like all the moves that Dave Gettleman has made. Like, I have to be honest, it was a good trade for Dave Gettleman.
It was.
He got out of those draft picks, he got Dexter Lawrence, and I guess he got Oxane Jimenez, who's okay, but he also got Jabril Peppers. So, I mean, Dexter Lawrence alone is a good straight up for Odell Beckham, considering how unproductive Odell has been since joining Cleveland.
Problem is with Odell, you also got that dead cap hit the year after. So,
Yeah.
As I said, I consider it a wash because, I mean, the Giants did lose a good bit. They got a nice player in Dexter Lawrence, but they still haven't recovered. They tried to replace him with Golden Tate, and it didn't really work.
Yeah. I mean, Tony should be the replacement, but, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Titans and the Chiefs. The Titans just absolutely
they crushed.
They
got
just
on
shit all over them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everyone's shocked about Kansas City. If you've been paying attention to them the last couple of weeks, you wouldn't be surprised by this. Like they've been sloppy all year. Mahomes has been getting too cocky with his passes. The defense is atrocious. The talent isn't really talented, and Andy Reid seems like he's getting smoked by every single coach he's going up against. So I'm not surprised by this at all. Even with Tennessee, who's had issues.
Are they in purgatory? The Chiefs? They're under 500.
I'd say purgatory.
I don't think they're going to make
We
the
give
playoffs.
them one more week of purgatory. Hey, who said it? Who said they weren't going to make the playoffs, though?
Well, you also said Baltimore was having issues, but they do have issues, but they're still like 5-2.
Yeah,
Listen,
true enough.
Jackson
But I
Mahomes
didn't.
is doing all this stuff, and
But my hottest of hot takes was that Kansas City would not make the playoffs.
yeah, looking pretty
I
cool
should have
right
bet
now.
on that.
Looking
Looks
pretty
like
cool
a-
right now.
still time.
Tennessee might be up here.
Oh yeah,
I say division still.
Yeah. I
Not
think
yet.
Super Bowl.
Not yet.
Tennessee is
Not
literally going downhill, full speed right now. They're
It's
going to be
just-
hard to stop.
Well, they rode a great momentum of beating Buffalo. That's a huge win for them. Really
That-
gets
that- that was
the
a-
monkey off their
Yes.
back, per se, after
Yes.
losing the Jets.
True. That's true.
Yes.
All right. First two games are Jerry Mejia says, "Did you get my DM from a few weeks ago, Tree?"
I don't know. Unfortunately, it's just like I've been
You don't
busy
check
the
the
last couple
DM.
weeks, so I haven't been able to. Let me check.
And Nick Shannon also a special FU to that Dallas fan that disrespected Kivy to Elvis's face. Yeah, what a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, dude, really? Like, you're going to go after
what happened?
Matisse Kivlanex?
Jacobs 893 says, "What is this? 13 Reasons? Cut the BS, NHL." Yeah, I haven't even watched 13 Reasons.
I haven't seen it.
I hear it's pretty bad. Squid Game though, fire. Official Gus Reichland, lot of monsters exposed in the Blackhawks org, but there won't be nearly enough punishment for them, which is a shame. Also, Card gonna destroy us.
They do have the punishment out. You guys want to take a guess as to what it is?
What, suspension?
Please.
$2 million fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
Slap
my
on the
God.
wrist.
that'll take care of it.
No,
No
that's
draft
that
pick
bullshit.
compensation.
I think,
And like apparently they're donating half to sexual assault like groups, and it's like
Yeah, that's
you're only
bullshit.
donating $1 million, really? Come on, you should give up at
Blackhawks
least
should
2 first and 2
lose.
seconds. Make it hurt.
Man, they should lose an entire draft class for that.
yeah, they should make it so that they should be made.
Nobody
into-
ever allows that. Yeah.
Well,
you gotta-
here's
you
the thing:
gotta
10
push
years
it.
ago, in the Ilya Kovalchuk contract, remember that huge deal? The Devils were fined $3 million in lost draft picks. So
Yeah.
So
So-
apparently, like circumventing the cap is worse than covering up sexual assault.
It's way
They
worse.
literally covered
on
up
now.
sexual assault that led to a minor being sexually assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You have to lose
Exactly.
all of your draft picks.
I say $5 million fine, lose not this year's first round pick because it's Columbus's, and this year's second round pick, first and second next year, and then a first in 2024.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
you have to- you have to-
I'd
you
say
have to
that'd
hurt
be
the
at least
organization.
let it hurt a little bit.
yeah.
You have to hurt the organization.
Red Rubber Duck Gwyn. Remember when Joey Overstreet said Denver would go 12-5?
Yes, exactly.
Joey, you better hope they win 9 out of 10.
Is that out? No, it didn't.
Or you'll be eating rancid dung for 2 straight years. 2 straight. MRX Gaming.
Ooh,
Braves
oh.
play in the World Series game. Haven't been to a World Series since 1999. F1 race.
Mhm.
And Coda was great. Max Verstappen holds off Lewis. That was a great race. And the track was, well, there was a lot of strategy in the beginning and then a lot of chasing at the end. It was a good race. F1 is here to stay, man. I love F1. I want to go next year. We'll have to go to Texas next year.
Ooh, very nice.
Texas
We'll have to
Motor
go to-
Speedway.
Yeah,
Actually,
no, it's the
it's Circuit of the Americas, right?
Circuit of the. It's in Austin, so we can go go to Austin and see a bunch of weird people.
We'll see all the hipsters that moved from California and pretend it's different there.
When I went to Austin, I saw some very attractive ladies in Austin.
Oh yeah, they
Well,
got.
I mean,
him
that's
now.
University
Don't
of
get it
Texas, though, man.
Yeah, UT Austin right there. I was like, whoa, this place is large and in charge. All right, Washington and the Packers. Packers just the Washington defense. They should be proud. They held the Packers to 24 points.
twisted.
Well, they
Just
defended
above
that as
average.
well. They defended that as well as Bruce Allen defended himself in those emails. Let's just put it that way.
A lot of
I'm going to
lot-
Lambeau leap when I don't have a touchdown.
A lot of football team fans are mad at Taylor Heineke. I'm just like, man, he's Taylor Heineke. Like,
Well,
what do you
the
expect?
problem is like he did it when he didn't have a touchdown. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Now he
All
just
right.
looks like an idiot.
Are the
That's all it is.
Packers division? No, they're down
Packers.
here. Doesn't really matter. All right. Redskins are purgatory.
They're very purgatory.
No, they
They're
regular trash, man. They regular,
they're regular
trash.
trash. Regular trash.
they're
for
about
sure.
there.
Regular trash. All right. I want to talk about this next one because this was a big game, too.
I
The
already know which one.
Bengals
Mm-hmm.
make a statement. All right.
Big
the Bengals were what? 3-1-15?
They
How
were
many
like
years ago?
They were pretty fucking bad. Let's just
Right.
put it like that.
they were like 2 and 14.
14.
So they got the top pick, right? They got
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. Okay. And all of a sudden, they're looking like a playoff team. They're probably going to win their division, don't you think?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, you beat Baltimore on the road. You beat the Steelers on the road. That's a good start. They look balanced. One word of advice, Cincy, pay Jesse Bates. That's all.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder what the Giants are fucking doing when the Bengals can turn it around that quickly and the Giants have the worst record.
And don't say ownership's an excuse because they have worthless ass Mike
they have
Brown
terrible
running things.
They got bad owners there too. But the Bengals turned it around in 2 years.
Mhm.
Literally.
I think the Ravens are still a wild card team, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Tree, why don't you read Super Chats?
Oh, I will. I'll do something. In Tampa
Remington
Bay's
Hunt-
crushing the Penguins 3-0. Thank God I went to the game against Toronto and not this one. Let's go. Official Gus Richlin. Lots of monsters. Oh, sorry. Red Rubber Duckwin.
No, read that one.
Sorry. Crimson Huntsman. Yep. Go Braves. Jacob Tobin.
Yes.
I don't know who to root for there.
I'd say Braves, but that's mostly because nobody wants the Astros to win, dude. The Astros win, like New York's gonna just commit mass suicide.
Yeah, but then Dusty Baker gets a ring, so
Yeah,
I'm not hating on Dusty Baker.
I mean, technically, he does have a ring as a player, so.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, him as a manager, he's trying.
Well, he seems like he's like great in the locker room, really cool guy. Seems like a good guy to have a couple beers with, but he is a terrible in-game manager. That's always been his issue.
Yeah, well, he's been protected by that because the Astros are just so freaking good.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Talent be hiding shit.
Easily. Jacob Tobin, Blackhawks fan here. My respect for Coach Q is gone. I'm expecting some of the star players from the Stanley Cup team to be involved in the taunting. Yeah, I could see that. I could see Patrick Kane pulling that shit.
I could see Duncan Keith doing that. Let's not speculate, though.
Yeah, you can't speculate.
Yeah.
I don't know about Keith. It's too early to tell.
I just don't understand where how all these players knew, but nobody thought, if that's really true.
It's hockey culture, man. Hockey culture is about not I
guess I should understand that.
Not towing the line, don't step out of line. When you're injured to hell, you're gonna play hard. That's hockey culture. It's not an issue. I mean, the only thing close to it in terms of how shitty it is, I don't know if I'm right or not. It's football culture, but
football culture is about football culture is. Well, it's funny because I never personally ever had a situation where that was something that was going on, but football culture is the same way. You play hurt, no matter how hurt, even at your own detriment, even at the cost of your own career. You play hurt, you don't complain, you don't show weakness, you go out there and you be the good soldier. That's what it is.
Exactly. And there's a reason why this wasn't known for years, because you're supposed to be a super masculine, babe fucking cock of the walk athlete. You're not supposed to be victimized by a video coach who's masturbating in front of you and forcing you to suck his dick. That's not how it's supposed to be. But before I forget, let's go to Kevin Michael Von Magnum. Titans only blitzed Mahomes twice that entire game, and Mahomes for the first time in his career didn't score. Do you think that Tennessee front four of Harold Landry, Nico Autry, Jeffrey Simmons, and Bud Dupree are the best front four in base football? Steelers are up there. Redskins at their top are up there. The Niners, when they're healthy, are up there.
Yeah. Chargers
one of, but not. I wouldn't say the.
Let me just say that they're a good D line, but what helps a good D line cause havoc for a quarterback? Being up multiple scores and not running the ball. This is an offensive lineman's cold sweat nightmare to be in a 2-minute drill in the fucking first half of football because you're down so much. You're not running the ball anymore. So there is no like guesswork for the D-line to do. They put in their speed package and they pin their ears back and they just pass rush. They might give up a run for 6 or 7 yards once in every like 12 plays. But generally, they are going to – that's a miserable existence. Right, and I've been in it.
Isn't it more exhausting to pass block? Like, you just get tired, right, after a while?
I mean, not necessarily that you get tired. It's that it gets more and more difficult to counter more and more pass rush moves when there is not even the hint that they will have to defend against anything else. They literally come off the ball faster, and you know, as it goes, they rotate, so they're fresh. Everybody who comes in is fresh. You know, we'd had in Atlanta a 2-minute drill. Our entire last drive, we were down by like 18. Mike Malarkey, the head coach, fucking hell. And literally, dude, I was like jogging into the huddle like, this is going to be the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. Sunday night football, we're down like 18 points. There's still 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and we're running 2 minutes. And it was a fresh D lineman every down. Just come jogging on the field and go balls to the wall. That makes it hard, and quarterbacks get hit a lot when that happens.
Because you just like it's an onslaught. It's just that's the definition of an onslaught. Daniel Shell, hard to beat the Astros when you go 10 for 90, 25 Ks, and 1 run in the last 3 games. Proud of my Red Sox, though. Yeah. Astros put it on them.
They fell apart in those final 3 games. It is what it is.
You read Mike Burns. Next one.
Yep, Mike Burns. Quenneville and Shovel Dayoff are and should be gone. Stan Bowman gone now makes Colleton's job extremely unstable. Oh, Jeremy Colleton's probably gone. Like, that team is not responding to him.
I don't know.
Like, they're going to have to, like, they might have to get rid of some players from that 2010 Cup core, also known as Taves and Kane.
Yeah. I mean, Kane, unfortunately, fits the profile of someone that would tease another player because he's already had allegations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's had allegations of rape. He's punched like a taxi driver out. So I could see.
I had a teammate who got. I had a teammate at Purdue. Won't say his name. I won't. Oh yeah, I won't say his name. Who was going through a. He at the time when we were teammates, like 1 week he did not show up to practice at all. We were just like, what the hell's going on? This dude was in like a secret trial over whether or not he had like sexually assaulted a chick on campus. And it was like somehow, and I hope I'm not like breaking news here or some shit. It was somehow like completely swept under the rug at Purdue.
Wow.
Not by the football team, by the university.
Wow. Yeah, that's the thing is like if they can get away with sweeping this stuff under the rug, they will, because the upside is so much greater to having it hidden than it is to have it be discovered. There's no white knight in these. There's no virtue signaling here. It's please no one find out about this.
Oh yeah.
What I was told, he was. You know, they actually like. I mean, I don't want to speak without knowing the exact facts, but from what I was told, it was found out that he did not do that to her.
So he got lucky.
Good. So he got lucky, but the whole situation in today's world,
right?
That should have been all over the internet.
The other thing is, though, it's really unfair, though, because what if the guy gets acquitted? He didn't do it because there was a lot of crazy women, and just period. Or people that would accuse, scorned, or, dude didn't give a girl attention and now she's claiming assault. Like, there's some crazy allegations out there. Yeah. So, like, sometimes, the guy being accused is the victim.
Oh, yeah. I've known a few people in the restaurant industry that had that situation happen to them. So definitely a realistic scenario, unfortunately.
Yes. Luckily for me and you, Tree, we're not attractive enough to be accused.
Oh, don't worry. We can still be accused of stuff. People come back like 20 years later and realize, oh, wait, never mind. It wasn't consensual. Yeah, this guy did things to me. That's what happens.
Yeah. Well, that's but on the flip side, they'd be like, oh yeah, those guys look like creeps for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, like I'm the kind of guy who looks like I could drink out of a paper bag. Oh yeah.
Sir Random Guy, hey, I'm gonna pull an Overstreet and say soon as Russell comes back, Seattle going 11-6 and not join the Tank Bowl. And Seattle will not change their 20-10-12 mindset. Also, Dodgers are not in the World Series, thank God. Go Barbs. Yeah, Seattle doesn't look good. Like, it's amazing how much deodorant Russell Wilson is for their entire team when he's out there, because they look like shit in all facets of the game. That was an ugly. I fell asleep at halftime. Like, I was like,
it was a very good game.
It wasn't even like good defense. It was just like really
sloppiness.
Very bad off. I mean,
bad execution.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how much of that was the bomb cyclone, but Winston was missing a lot of passes. The receivers weren't making reads. Geno Smith was Geno Smith. It was just bad. Like that was horrible.
I think if Russell is out there, okay, to give some credence to that comment, right? If Russell, to Sir Random Guy, I think if Russell's out there, they do win that game.
Oh yeah, it's not pretty, but they do win
because Geno Smith.
He took those 2 sacks in a row at the end, and I was just like, bro, are you serious? Like,
I think those were coverage sacks, if anything.
The thing that I saw with him is that Geno is a smart player. Like, he makes the right decision with the ball. Like, I saw one where he took a sack because the guy that he was DK Metcalf wasn't open. Like, if he would have thrown it, it would have gotten picked instantly. Yeah. The thing that's wrong with Geno is, this is not many quarterbacks can do this. He doesn't go through his progressions, right? Like, he
stares down his guy.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
Like, even Tony Romo, the Patrick Mahomes of the world, like, they see that their guy's not open. They're like, oh, the fourth guy, I know he's open.
Yeah,
right.
I know where he's at.
Right. Geno Smith only has he's like a one progression read. Like, that's it. That's all he has. And unfortunately,
the best coverage manipulator at quarterback to me has always been Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
If you watch him, the way he knows that he's faking out a safety when he turns this way. He's doing it just to make the safety move that way. Then he just right back to the guy who literally is just one step open on the backside. I always thought that was pretty awesome.
You know who's sneaky good at that? Who you're just finding, who people are just discovering is really good at that? Some guy named Matthew Stafford. He's really
Matthew Stafford. He's another one. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's really, dude. Yeah, that dude is his whole. You know the kind of like commentary about his career when it's over with, what it's going to be. He wasted a decade in Detroit.
Yeah, if they go out and win a Super Bowl this year, oh my God! If he pulls the Tom Brady in LA, they're just
against Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like he's Doug Williams because he got screwed over by Tampa Bay early on in his career, had to play in the USFL, and then he wins a ring with Washington. So it's that same scenario.
All right, back to the tier maker. Panthers and the Giants. The Giants win because the Panthers are fucking trash.
Those offense is terrible. That offense is atrocious.
How do you get held to 3 points against the Giants? Okay.
And a Giants team that's injured to hell.
Yes.
That's why receiver on either team is
ICU.
Yeah.
That's why receiver on either team's Daniel Jones. That's all.
He made a one-handed catch and he did a helmet catch all at the same time. He did Odell. He Odell'd and Tyreek in one play.
Odree.
But I will say, for the first time on the tier maker, the Giants are out of the bottom level of trash. Let's go. Let's go, Giants.
I'd still say they're trash.
Hey, they could maybe beat a banged up KC. That's not happening. Okay.
I mean, it's possible. Kansas City is
Falcons.
The false hope. Your false hope's going to be like mine if that happens.
Falcons almost falconed against the Dolphins. Then the Dolphins were like, "Oh shit, we're tanking, guys."
They said, "Hold my beer."
We went back to tanking. Dolphins are
they're Jets level trash. They don't have their first round pick. They might trade more for friggin' Deshaun Watson. Like
They
that's
can't
going to help
even
your
get him.
yeah. That's going to help your offensive line and defense, dude. I thought this defense was supposed to be good. What the hell happened?
I hope that what's the
Like
owner?
I am
Ross?
really disappointed in Miami.
I hope that Ross has access to good lawyers too, because he's going to be all up in Deshaun's corner. Come when they trade for him, they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, we got all your
We got the
your
best
team."
attorneys in the fucking world waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some Cuban American mafia guys that are going to break people's
Cuban
legs.
mafia.
Hey, we got the cartel.
So
We're good.
apparently, the Cuban mafia runs like all the hospitals down in Miami too. Like
That's pretty
all
fun.
of them. Mm-hmm. Like you don't want to fuck with them. If anyone's gonna run a hospital, it would be the mafia because they will get fucking paid.
Because they need somewhere to stash their guys.
Yep.
Whenever
And
they get
protection
hit.
too.
Oh, you came in for a routine checkup and you got an injection of cyanide. That's how that happened. All right.
Oh
Atlanta,
no, this informant died in his sleep. How did this injection of ketamine come into the oxygen tank?
Yeah.
Oh my.
He died in the lobby, in the waiting lobby, somehow.
Yeah, yeah. He died during intake.
Yeah. There's this big hole that just grew up in his head and it just started bleeding. I don't know what happened.
All right.
Ooh, Astros
by
got
the way,
bases loaded.
if you didn't notice, Atlanta goes into purgatory.
Oh, Tucker.
Good job.
Ooh, Atlanta. Oh, we're moving on up.
The beans don't burn on the grill. Jerry Mejias, Eagles YouTuber Nitro Freak, attacked Eagles superfan Giovanni on Twitter for going to see Carson Wentz at a Colts game. Nitro Freak is lockout of the week in my book.
How is that why would you bitch about that? That's gatekeeping.
Yeah. The Rammers line, the Blackhawks did something heinous, but their ownership did what they had to do. Let the investigation run without interference to learn the truth. So apparently the Wirtz is
They didn't know.
They claimed that they didn't know. So maybe and maybe that was a smart thing for the management team to insulate them from it. But they probably did that, the management team, knowing that if they would have come to the owners, they would have gotten fired. So they were going to they're going to try to protect themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the Wirtz have some plausibility in this. Plus, if you're the owner, you hit one button and all the paper trail disappears. And all of a sudden it's like, I didn't know. I'm not trying to accuse the Wirtz family of not knowing, but if anything is indicative, and you bring up a great point, the Rammers line, that they did want to learn the truth, because a lot of times when an organization investigates themselves, it's whitewashed, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Look at what Washington is going through, right? Or the NFL investigating Washington, complete whitewashing. This report coming out of Blackhawks is scathing, and there's more to come. It's more to come. So they did the right thing, and they let them do their job.
You see also that Congress is trying to get a hold of all that info from the NFL as well.
Yeah, so they want to know who's on it.
They want to see who's on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, word through the grapevine is it ain't just football people.
Ooh. Yeah, well, if you take any company's emails, okay, any companies, it's going to be a lot more collateral damage than just the company. Oh, there's going to be sales reps, right? To get chummy,
maybe even other CEOs.
Right. Yeah, they're going to find out who was fucking, like, all the affairs that happen within a company are going to be like, there's just it gets ugly, and it gets ugly quick. That's why you just never want to have your record subpoena ever. They will find something.
Ever.
Nick Shannon, as an Indians fan, this is the worst case scenario World Series. By the way, you're a Guardians fan. The team that cheated us in 18 versus the team we still not over, losing the 1995 series over. I hate my life. Yeah. Well,
no, let me change that up.
Fan.
Indians sucked that year. You were getting destroyed by the Astros no matter what. Yeah. So don't give me that shit.
I mean, at least they got basketball.
Yeah.
For a year.
I'll just point out that in 2009-10 was also the season Akeem Alou being racially abused at the Blackhawks AHL affiliate. That's right. Blackhawks.
What?
Yeah, remember that got a whole bunch
Bill
of
Peters.
People. Yeah,
Yep,
a black
that
player
got,
was harassed.
Yep, that got Bill Peters fired from Calgary as a mediocre coach. There was one of the Rockford assistants apparently said like the John Doe they had in the scouting report is still like distracted by Aldrich, like the guy who abused him. And it's like,
yeah, he can't play. He's had trouble getting over it. Like it's bad.
Yeah, it's like let's get over trauma. That's great. Yeah.
Right.
Easy, very easy. Man to fuck up, boy.
And Red Rhino 949 says, glad to see Shaq got a podium at the U.S. Grand Prix, even though he can't even fit in the car. LOL. But it was a nail biter towards the end of the race. So Shaq was on the podium. He was taller than Lewis Hamilton, who finished second, and Shaq wasn't even standing on anything. Like Lewis Hamilton, I think is like 5'8", something like that. Little dude. All right. Jets and the Patriots. The Patriots absolutely.
Yeah, the National Tight End Day. Tight end becomes wide receiver.
Yes. The Patriots are still though.
They're still purgatory.
They're purgatory. If they had beaten the Cowboys, they'd be a wild card team.
Yeah, they'd be looking
There's
a lot
still time.
fresher.
Yeah. Jets are the trashiest of the chat. You know what?
Make a new category.
A new one.
They're lower than Jets level trash. They're
steaming,
Actual Jets.
pulsating, New York sewer trash bordering New Jersey.
So we have Jets level trash and then actual Jets trash. Like when you're that bad, when you have 2 tiers of trash
with your name on it,
right? And these teams were you a week ago. Like you're from the future of trash. The Eagles and the Raiders. The Eagles. Oh my gosh, the Eagles are fucking garbage.
The Eagles are bad. I mean,
terrible, dude.
As weird as it sounds, I feel like the Raiders have gotten a lot better since John Gruden's gone.
Because John was the problem. He was
John and Mayock are the problem. They couldn't draft, they reached, and now they actually realize, oh wait, we have talent. Let's play. Because I mean, Bisaccia is just he's not John Gruden. That's why he's doing so well.
Yeah. Well, Mayock is probably really playing it passive right now.
He's more of a scout, I feel like.
You can't really say, and and management there really can't say shit right now. They got to just chill. Let the players play, let the coaches coach, and let them move forward.
Yes. I don't think that the Raiders are going to win the division, but they definitely look like a wild card team.
They look like a wild card, yeah. Aaron Waller, he had a decent game.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, who do they have coming up to the Raiders? They don't. I mean, the Chiefs, which seemed like an auto L before, is now looking like a very winnable game for them.
Mm-hmm.
Very winnable game.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let Tree read more supers.
Oh, I will, buddy. I will. The Rammers line for 2,500 Costa Rican cologne, and some good news from the Shield, too, realizing that they haven't solved shit. Meanwhile, Clonitioner Goodell says the Washington football team stuff won't be revealed to the public, and Snyder has served his dues, and the owners shield him. Yeah, that's not gonna Snyder has suffered enough punishment. Sure.
I don't buy that.
Well, of course. I mean, I knew Snyder was never going to sell. Like, that's why he's been doing all the shit he's doing. He's not doing it because he's changed in the leaf. He's doing it as, like, to beg, like, please don't make me sell the team. That's all he's doing.
Fucker on 4chan is going to figure out how to hack that shit and fucking.
They're going to get into his BlackBerry.
Right. Just like how they figured out how to get that Ray Rice footage. They're going to get that shit.
They're going to get that BlackBerry that he still uses. They're going to pull all the SMSs and emails off of it.
Yep.
Yeah, Congress is somebody's put in the chat. Congress.
Congress, like I mean, I don't know if you can do a Freedom of Information Act, but we'll see.
No, Congress can actually subpoena the records if they feel like there's any. If they feel like there's, I mean, it's Congress. They can kind of investigate whatever they want, but then it doesn't get to the legality side unless they push it up to the Department of Justice to look at it. So.
That's fucked up. They can just look around if they want.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
what's behind this door?
they have the CIA and the NSA. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's true. Without a warrant, too.
Like the Fourth Amendment's dead. We all knew this.
Yeah.
That's what the Patriot Act did. Like they can peep in our private text messages. They can subpoena a phone company, be like, "Hey, look at these dumbasses on the dumpster fire. They're probably doing some illegal shit." And then we get arrested and we're thrown in a prison camp in Gitmo, and we're never heard from again. So,
hey,
welcome to
you
America.
guys are just figuring that shit out. We've been.
Oh no, I knew this shit. I knew this shit for a while, dude. The problem is,
you get pulled over by a cop. What does he say? Oh, your car smells like marijuana. Officer, this is a rental. Smells like marijuana. Need you to get out. Need you to get out.
I have probable cause.
Fourth Amendment been dead for me since I was a teenager.
Those dreads smell like marijuana. You're gonna have to get out.
Yeah. Oh, what's that in your hair? Oh, is that weed? No, it's
more
hair.
proof that the war on drugs has been a disaster for everyone involved.
Damn right.
All right, keep her reading.
Yeah, buddy. While I no longer ramble about politics and war on drugs, Aldridge needs to share a jail cell with Larry Nassar. Also, the arbitrator is biased. He's from Chicago, so he's clearly with the Blackhawks.
That doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have like a non-arbitration agreement.
James, it's a reach.
Okay. Oh, there's another one here. I just hold on. I got to look up again. It had me skip through everything again. Jeremy Mejias, Aldrich needs to be put in a cell with Bubba. And that might be pleasurable to Aldrich. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Golden Hybrid 258, guessing how old the Clickbait Sports Crew is. Tom 31, Tree 34, Perna 37, 544, Scooter 29, Uche 30.
I don't think Scooter's that old.
No, Scooter's young. He's my age.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Oh, Scooter's not 33. Scooter's not in his 30s.
Let me take a look. I mean, he's on Wikipedia. Cameron Magruder.
Cameron Magruder has a Wikipedia page?
Yes, he does. Wait, I'm sorry. He's 32. He's becoming 33 on December 2nd.
Cameron Magruder.
Oh, yeah. He has a Wikipedia page. He's super
American famous. YouTuber. Cameron David. Oh, that's his real name is David.
Cameron David Magruder. We got to start calling him that from now on.
He does not act like he's in his 30s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He acts like a Zoomer.
I'm 45.
Let's think of it this way. Think of it this way. If we were to, if he goes off about the Cowboys, we should start calling him Cameron David Magruder.
Cameron David Magruder, you shut your fucking mouth about those Cowboys!
Well, I can't say the F-bomb because he's clean humor, but.
Top 100 things Fortnite players say.
Yeah.
Wow. He was in that commercial with. What's that?
My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
No, he was in a commercial with CD Lamb, Walmart.
Yeah. I think it's just regional, but he's big time.
I mean, he was on College Game Day.
Yeah.
Couple times.
Yeah. Multiple times. I told my son, because, Kay went to dinner with us and got to meet him. I was like, hey, Scooter was in a Walmart commercial. And he's like, he just lives a different life than
just rubbing your nose in it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they do. It's just like
the funniest thing was dinner that night when he was like, y'all just came back from the race. He's like, they didn't let y'all drive the pace car. I was like, no, Scooter.
No, we're not super famous. You think they're gonna let us drive the pace car, dude? That'll be cold.
You think we just show up? We're like, hey, we're YouTubers. You're gonna let us drive the pace car, right?
No. Dude,
no, Scooter.
All right. No. They'd probably be more likely to have Eric Estep drive the pace car.
2 more suits.
That dude was big shit.
Oh, dude, Eric is more known than some of the drivers.
I think
more people could spot Eric at a NASCAR race and know who he is than know who
he's iconic too because he's really tall and has a beard. That helps too. Jerry Mejias, the Lions will beat the Eagles this Sunday. Pain. That'd be deserved. I could see it. The Simpsons since 90. I'm putting the 49ers in regular trash. 4 turnovers is pathetic. Their DBs couldn't cover without getting flagged, and they lost to the Colts. Also putting Seattle in regular trash because 2-5 and screw the Hawks. I mean, the 49ers, you could argue the turnovers were also because of the bomb cyclone that they should not have been playing in to begin with. But, that's the NFL. They won. They got their game. They finished it.
More drama. We want more drama.
All right, speaking of the NFL, let's get couple more games here, and then we'll get to all the supers. Lions and the Rams. The Rams beat up on a winless team.
Lions almost did it too.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Once again,
The Lions almost pulled that game out, but at the last second, the guy that they traded for the other guy that they traded threw an
Jared Goff
interception.
did Jared Goff.
And
That's
looked
what-
very Jared Goff. You know, the Lions are they're just
They're regular trash. Like, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
that's just probably low-key the best season the Lions have had in probably about 4 or 5 years.
They did get their asses kicked last week, though. They did get the shit kicked out of them.
They did,
They
but
were not competitive in that game. And the Rams, what do we do with them? Are they a Super Bowl contender?
I give them division for
What?
now.
What?
Super Bowl contender, man. They look good, yeah, but
Then
if we're
who
not gonna
is
put
it?
the if
Don't you dare
I
say the
mean-
Cowboys.
no, hell no. I was about to say the Cardinals, and
no, he
Buffalo,
was
and
safe.
Tennessee. Cardinals,
Rams have a
Buffalo, and
defense,
Tennessee.
though.
Those are the
Rams
only
have a
teams,
defense.
and Tampa.
All right.
Those are the
All
only
right,
teams. I can
Darian's
look at.
saying division. Darian doesn't want them
Yeah, I
to
say
go up
division.
higher. Okay. We'll respect.
also it is now 4-0 Braves.
Wow, the Braves are all over them.
Yeah. I thought they
Don't
would have
get it
gotten out of the
twisted.
inning. They did
Be
not. Albies
ashamed.
got there before the tag. Valdez is getting shelled.
It'd be a shame if they blew that lead.
And it's Austin Riley at the plate again. Oh,
Riley is on
bases
fuego.
loaded.
They've got
Dude,
so
he's
many
gonna hit a
players.
salami.
That's the thing. They remind me of the Cardinals that year that they got hot and
No,
won. They've
dude,
got multiple.
They remind me of the
hitters.
Nationals. The Nationals of 19. You remember that
But-
year?
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
adversity, came back, lots of injuries, ride an incredible hot wave, and just
You guys are
rolled to
gonna
a World
fucking
Series.
Jinx the Braves. Y'all are gonna jinx
Whatever.
them. You're gonna-
Whatever.
I'm not
I
trying
have
to
no,
be-
I have no stake in this game.
Nobody trying
Hey, if
to
the Astros lose, I've got another Astros video to make, or a Houston vid to make. So whatever.
True that.
Um,
True that. True
They've
that.
got so many players that you can't get a ball by right now. Like Ramirez can't get a fastball past him. Riley can't hit it. Albies is on base all the time. Like Braves are looking good. Jacobs
they are.
893. I'd go through hell for Dan Campbell. Yeah, I'd play
Yeah,
hard.
who wouldn't run
Yeah.
through a wall for that guy?
Spartan win. As a Steelers fan, I can at least take comfort in the fact that Mike Brown won't want to pay for a top team, and this Bengals dominance will pass. Maybe.
Well, he is 85, so
yeah, he's probably
Hope Hill might be gone by that time.
Simpson
so
said
maybe they'll
90.
get somebody that wants to spend. And Astros are out of the inning. So
Uh-huh. Horizon Chase Turbo, best racing game ever. Just got DLC featuring the legacy of late great F1 racer
Ayrton
Ayrton Senna. Yes, tragically died in an accident. Dodge says, I hate both teams. I'm rooting for an early work stoppage.
oh god.
The Blackhawks, at least the cocktail party is on Saturday by Flacco. Yeah, they got rid of Flack. This is a weird trade. Like, why would you
Arm
make
pump.
that trade if you're the Jets? You're obviously not.
They would need a placeholder. They just want a
But what?
placeholder.
To
They don't
win
think Mike
games?
White's good.
You don't-
I mean, well, remember, they're trying to build something. Joe Douglas is maybe feeling a little pressure because a lot of his offseason moves have flopped. Saleh has he's looking for wins.
Yeah, but you don't
So,
need to win
I
games.
mean-
you need to tank. You're not going to
Well,
fire
they-
Robert Saleh
Dude,
after
the Jets
1
have
year.
been tanking for 5 years.
They really have.
That's why they're not trying to tank.
I'm just saying.
They don't
they
care
started-
about tanking. They're like, fuck this. I want to
They're
win.
1-5. They're 1-5. They're shit.
Like,
Of
they
course they're
started
shit,
tanking
but
as
they
soon
don't
as they
wanna
got their
tank.
new uniforms.
I don't know. Respect gets you nothing in this league. A respectable season gets you nothing in the NFL. It gets you a
Nothing.
mid-round pick.
Also known as what the Steelers usually do. so
Right.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. It gets you a fucking. It gets you missing out on the player that you need.
Yeah. He was just 2 picks ahead of you.
Yeah. Chris Huffer, did Tree reverse jinx the Sabres?
It's too early, man.
Too
I mean, there are a lot of weird things going on.
Fat Man 1989. That's a great screen name, by the way. 5 foot, please put the Panthers in Jersey trash. No, the Panthers are just regular trash. They have
Give
three
it a
moves.
little more time, though, Jersey trash.
And I love this next one. Graf Von T-Roll. Man United just had been humiliated at home by their biggest rival. Their clueless manager still has a job in spite of this. And he's been at the job for a few years at this point. I think the fans were like walking out of that game. They're so pissed off. Like, dude, the Man U, they hate the Glazers, man.
Well, I don't agree. I mean, that makes sense. Like the Glazers are fucking assholes. They were part of that European Super League. They hate the Glazers. They hate Stan Kroenke. They hate Shah Khan. They hate nearly every other there is a team I forget. Like they were bought out by the entire country, the trust fund of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I forgot Walford. I think it was.
But what's crazy?
How does a British UK football club get bought out by Saudi Arabian?
Well, that's because they have the money. I mean, most of their countries are owned by like really rich American billionaires, Russian oligarchs, or Saudi oil sheiks.
They want in on
that. They bought Newcastle United.
That's the top, right? That's if you're going to own a franchise in a league around the world, it's either that or like a La Liga team, but you're not going to be able to purchase Barcelona or Real Madrid. So a Premier League team, that's a top level asset right there. For sure.
Yeah, true.
All right, finish it out the games. All right, Bears and Buccaneers. Let's get Hiei in here.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for him to fucking go off.
While I invite him.
Yes, sir. Let me invite some Hiei on here. Trevor D. Mahomes and the Chiefs have been getting by with high-end talent playing backyard football for a while now. The league is finally caught up. That's what it seems like right now, man. Jacobs 893. God forbid treating people like people. Oh yeah. Terminal Sports, wait, what happened with Kovalchuk? He got like a 15-year deal worth I think $100 million or something like that back in 2010. And the NFL and the NHL just said no, this ain't happening. And that's why they had to redo it, and that's why they got fined.
Yeah.
Right. David Alsman, Tree, any thoughts on Najee Harris so far this season? I think he's been a good running back. I just wish he had a line and schematics to properly utilize him. I feel like they're not utilizing him to his full potential. And
he's been really good.
He has, and that's why the only reason why I didn't want him is because they don't have the line to block for him, and Steelers are more quarterback heavy, so they're kind of not utilizing him properly, and it's frustrating.
Now, Tree, which artist are you, NBA YoungBoy or Tinashe?
I've heard neither one, so I couldn't tell you.
Don't say either name. Don't say.
I think Tree, you're like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I'm the narc that's ratting out people. That's me.
Rats out his gang member buddies.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm ratting out clickbait sports to save my ass for the NFL. Yeah, thanks for the support, Five. Fucking asshole.
I kept you quiet. You were my cameraman at spring training, or else the Phillies would have come after you.
Well, we didn't go to the Phillies. The Phillies were on the other side of fucking Florida, dude.
I was talking to Mike today. We're thinking about Tampa for spring training.
Tampa.
Maybe Arizona. It's between Arizona or Tampa. So we'll have to think about it. All right. Hiei.
Howdy, gentlemen.
How are you?
Tell us about your football team.
Hiei, what up?
What's going on, Uche? First and
foremost,
I'd like to address the Bears to Mr. Uche. Specifically our offensive line's performance on Sunday.
So bad.
Ooh, let me go ahead and download. I'm gonna be downloading their film tonight.
You are going to want to throw up watching this. So Bears from left to right so far this season have been Jason Peters on the left, and then Whitehair, Mustipher, and fucking James Daniels, who we picked rather highly a few years ago to be a center, is now a guard. And on the right-hand side, we have Latavius Simmons, who was a 7th-round pick 2 years ago.
Fuck.
And they had him one-on-one with Shaq Barrett most of the day.
Oh my God. Why?
How did you think that was going to end? How? I want to hear what Nagy was thinking that, okay, Simmons, you're out. Go out there.
I had nobody else, though.
With Shaq Barrett on one side, and then you have what? JPP, Sue, and who's on the other side for Tampa?
You got Shaq. Oh, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Vita Vea.
Vita Vea.
Yeah,
Vita Vea is going to wreck people.
You now have Vita Vea one-on-one against Latavius Simmons.
Yeah, I'm not a big Fields fan, but dude, they are doing him no fucking favors. The
line is atrocious. The line play this year is atrocious. You know, you're a playoff team last year, barely at 500.
You got lucky, and it was the worst thing that happened to you.
You cut both of the starting tackles from that team. You know, granted, Charles Leno isn't exactly lighting up the world in Washington, and Bobby Massey has been serviceable enough in Denver, but you've not invested any real money or picks into the offensive line for years now. That offensive line's been running on retreads and low-end picks and shit we got lucky on. Like, even Mustafa fucked up another punt this week where he bowled it on the ground to Fields. I don't know what that means for the grand scheme of things, but if Mustafa thinks he's the center of the future, he's quickly playing himself out of town. So, with all of my bitching about the offensive line out of the way, let's start with where in the hell was our play calling again?
Yeah.
You know,
well, here's the problem
we're gonna have
I'm
our
seeing.
Team ready, Nagy.
From an outsider's perspective, I feel like they're trying to pigeonhole Justin Fields in the same play style that they do like Dalton, Foles, and Trubisky. And Fields is not that kind of quarterback.
No.
Like, I mean, that's a good way to get him to fail.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who can go east-west and move the pocket. He can also climb the pocket, which is something Trubisky could never do. But you keep limiting him to these goddamn in-the-pocket plays with spread offenses, and the help that's supposed to be there to pick up the defensive blitz that's coming, either
the chip block, the chip.
Yeah, like Herbert was in a bad position to even go for chip block because you could see there were more than a couple plays where Fields was sacked, including I think one of them where he got fumbled, where you can see the linebacker is coming from Fields' forward left, right about the C gap or so. Like I'm watching it coming. Everyone else in America is watching it coming. I'm thinking, Fields isn't fucking seeing it.
Yeah, that's you know what, man?
You know, you gotta like.
So
I know he's a rookie. I get that he's gonna have rookie pains, and this is one of them. But if somebody was in that headset telling him snap the ball because there's 12 on the field, someone in that headset should have been screaming at him, "Blitz coming, blitz coming." You know?
Well, the headset's cut off at 17 seconds, so they can't talk to him once the 17-second mark of the play.
But if he snapped early, if he snapped at the 18-second mark, then you could go back and look at that film and be like, oh, wow, he did snap early. So someone clearly told him
someone
to do
clearly was in the headset saying that to him.
Yeah.
I don't think he lied about that.
They were probably in the huddle or in the spread huddle, which is like they stay out in their formation, and they're telling him to play while he's standing there. And then they're telling him, but you got to think also. Now, these are things you got to think about. One of the reasons why their plays are so simplistic is because they don't trust him to be able to run complicated concepts. He's not there yet. And that's not a knock on him. He's a rookie quarterback. He's not there yet. He just is not there yet. Unless you drafted this guy and he had experience in this system that you're bringing him, he's not going to be there. So him having to get the most simplistic of plays means that while he's getting the play in his helmet, that play is followed up with all kinds of cliff notes that they have for him to remember. Basically the bullet points of this play. You need to look out for this, and they're having to tell him this at Godspeed because the mic is going to cut off, and you guarantee that they're still talking every time when that mic cuts off. Because he's not ready and he doesn't he's not retaining the information well enough.
And I'm sure that whether it's coming from Laser or Nagy, that it's going to be triple stack cross power toss throw, watch for 8 in the box, linebacker delayed safety blitz, shit like that.
It'll be like trips right, Y left, or trips right, Y left, F motion, 2 jet, Y9, Z cross, something, and watch for cover 4. That's the play he gets. And so sometimes you'll forget that, and he might turn to him and be like, oh, what's the play again? And then they start having to tell them to play again. So you have to repeat the play to this rookie. You have to go through the bullet points of every single play you call because he doesn't necessarily remember all the different scenarios that could potentially happen. Yeah. And then he needs to read those progressions as he drops back. And
It's
then
like
you
the
have all the
Simon
other
thing.
problems.
And he's a
Right?
rookie, and I expect him to not be able to learn all those things right away.
Now, the reason why I think that something's going to happen soon with Chicago is because you don't have these kind of bad outings in a year where you should have been on your seat, should have been flaming on fire at the first game of the season.
Oh,
You don't have this kind of season thus far, and the decision's not about to be made. I think they're going to wait till the trade deadline. They're going to see if they can get somebody, they can get a trade to maybe bring another player in. Maybe they might try and get an offensive lineman. You know what I mean? I don't know. But
I don't think the Bears are going to be buyers at the deadline. I just don't.
and if they're not,
who's
if they're
available
not,
as an
fine.
O lineman?
If they're not, fine. But I think that this could, because that's around the time when if coaches are going to, or if franchises are going to make a move on a coach, they make it. So that at least at that point, every coach on that staff knows this is a notice. He's gone, and you motherfuckers are next. You got 8 weeks to figure out where you're going to work at.
As far as I'm concerned, Sean Desai has definitely earned himself a spot with the Bears, or even in the NFL long term. Let's even if the hypothetical happens that the entire house gets clean, Nagy's fired, Pace is fired, and we're looking for a new GM and coach. I mean, and there's a lot of rumblings that Pace can get away with this because of all the players he's picked, and some of the ones he's been able to get right.
All right. Where do we put the Bears, though?
Regular trash.
Yeah, they're
Regular.
So.
Can't put it as
purgatory
next level
best.
trash because
Allen Robinson is suffering for this too.
Robinson, Robinson may be suffering for it, but I sure as hell, I mean, with the exception of maybe 2 plays all season, I have not seen Allen Robinson get the big separation and all the 1A
He was
wide
always
receiver.
a red zone receiver. He's a red zone threat. That's where his number one status comes from.
Yeah, and
give
it don't
him a
help that the
15-yard
Bears don't
pass
even
and
get to the red zone.
Yeah, they can't even get there, so he's not as effective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and frankly, I wouldn't be shocked to see him walk. And quite frankly, if he wants the big money, I say let him go.
Oh, he has to leave. He can't stay in Chicago.
There's no way he can
anymore.
stay there after we've tagged him this year. He wants to go and get paid, and he wants to win. And I don't.
And really,
think
he wants to win more than he necessarily wants to get paid because the tag still gave him good money.
Yeah,
he just had to make that right. He just had to make the active roster.
I think it's
Now,
like 17, 18 million for franchise tag.
I think so.
Yeah, he got a
it's
nice
not bad.
tag.
Not a bad gig.
He got a nice tag.
Future
So now he just wants his stability to be on a team that's building towards something. Now he's going to get a bonus with that because he's going to get he's going to get paid. He may not get paid as much as he would have got paid last offseason because last offseason was a fucking buying frenzy because of everything that was going on.
Yeah.
It was a buying frenzy. So this year he may get maybe $5 million less total on the contract. Might be $5-7 million less, whatever market value is for receivers. I mean, how many receivers are going into their contract year or going to be negotiating for a new contract next year? That all matters in the money that you get. If there's not a lot of guys out there, then your market value, it's a bad year for a receiver. So you're not going to get paid a lot. You know what I mean?
Smooth Criminal 12 TM. Should the Mets pursue Starling Marte or Nick Castellanos, assuming he opts out? I would love for the Mets to have Nick Castellanos so that he can just continue to ruin every bad thing that happens with home runs. And there's another line drive to left field. Castellanos. That's a 4-0 ball game. Charlie Hinn says the old Nightmare World Series, where I don't like either team. From my perspective, though, as a New Yorker, this one feels a little more like it was conjured by Freddy Krueger. Look, man, as a Mets fan, I don't care. That's what I don't care. Z Shark, should Kane and Tays face consequences too? If they were involved, yeah. But we don't know that yet. Toonling Maine sent us $1. Ranson Shan says, I'm so happy the Chargers finally cut Vizcaino for being allergic to extra points. A lot of kickers getting turned over. A lot of kickers. What's his name?
Will Lutz is out for the year.
Yeah, and Badgley's back on a team.
Yeah.
Michael Badgley, because Rodrigo Blankenship is hurt. And Badgley
Money
only
Badger,
made
huh?
70% of his field goals.
That's a guy who had to eat a big slice of humble pie, I'm sure.
Yes, the Money Badger.
It's third team of the year, I think. He had a brief stint in Tennessee.
Money Badger, my ass. You want to talk about guys who I think should be on a team but aren't? Fucking Eddie Money, Eddie Pinheiro.
Yeah,
Dude's got a fucking cannon of a leg.
and he's not on the team.
Yeah, not right now. He should be. He absolutely
Oh,
should.
another home run, 5-0.
5-0.
Wow, let's go,
Adam
Braves.
Duvall.
Let's go.
There you go.
Chop, motherfuckers.
The Barbs
Adam
are putting it
Duvall,
on him, man.
ball master.
Look at him. He look.
Tree Blackhawks vid anytime soon.
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking of doing after sports ball, like Penn State, Illinois, greatest game. But in this situation, it might just have to be like an NHL vid, but it might need more time. It may be one or the other.
So much content we want to make.
Oh, well, the problem is, like, I just don't have the time. It's just like I had the World Series vid to do. I released that today.
That was good,
Sports
by the way.
Thank you.
Well, obviously you've got to have some off-season content to produce whenever we get through.
Oh, I've got content. It's not like
Yeah.
I lack ideas. It's just like getting time to develop.
Yeah, but you can put
And,
it out
edit
there for
them,
when we
write
have
them,
like
all that shit.
when we have a dead zone in the middle of the summer, or like in the spring after the Super Bowl ends and after we get through.
I'll have a quiet stretch in November that I can work on some extra stuff too. So.
Oh yeah, just put it on the happy list. It'll be there later.
The happy list. Jacobs 893. What's your opinion on the Vikings? Do you think there's any way they can beat the Cowboys? And where would they be on the rankings if they did? The Vikings are not beating the Cowboys.
Yeah.
No. I would love it if they did. Don't get me wrong. Anytime the Cowboys lose, America wins. All right.
That is true.
Clear
That is
about
very
that.
true.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's going to change the rankings for the Vikings. Nick Shannon, do you think Columbus has finally found their cup-winning core with Bjorkstrand, Strand, Werenski, Line, and Mariners Lincolns? Or will they start over yet again in 2 years because John McConnell is the owner? The Blue Jackets look good right now. And I think I think the great thing about Torts is he gets a team good, and then after Torts comes in, they bring in a coach that's offensive minded, and he looks like a genius, right? Because the players are so relieved to have to not have to block shots anymore.
Well, I want to believe that Columbus is the real thing, but let's get through like January.
That's the way I feel about the Rangers. Golden Hybrid 258 Tree's Big Ben appearance wouldn't help his arcade. Okay.
Oh yeah, easily. I can just say I don't take no for an answer.
Oh God. Jacobs 893. Why hasn't Big Ben ever gotten in trouble? Because they whitewash.
They raised video cameras.
Yeah,
they raised video cameras and they slid it under and they settled out of court.
Right. No one was like, yeah, look, there's Big Ben trying to get up on some chick in a Western Pennsylvania bar. Alex Moreno, just want to celebrate this week, and I got a new job. All right.
Nice.
And I see you down there, Alex. We'll bring you on at the end. And Seattle lost to the worst Saints team I've seen in years. I personally hated both teams in the game. I hope they both get gonorrhea.
Yeah, they both kind of sucked. They both kind of sucked.
The Saints are too inconsistent. It was just bad football. Dude,
I've seen
AAF games that were more enjoyable to watch than that. Yeah. Like, I was just editing in the background. It's like, oh, did something happen? Yeah, okay.
I can't hear the crowd. It's like, are they?
It's not even a crowd. It's just like it was just bad. Bad football.
And Alex says, "Song of the week: Bombs Over Baghdad" by Outkast. We know who sung "Bombs Over Baghdad." Also, F every LA team except the Rams. Die, Houston Astros. Die. LA in America wants to see them fail hard. You see, I just don't. I don't know who to root for. I guess I'm going to root for Atlanta because I hate the Astros. Because I want winners,
dude. They're cheaters.
Yeah. Kid Anarchy. The Blackhawks situation is disappointing. Head should roll for this. Their silence resulted not just a player getting hurt, but a child as well. Yeah, Aldrich should be hung from the rafters somewhere or thrown in the meat grinder.
Well, they find out he's a kitty toucher in prison. He ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, he's not. Gonna
they put him in separate custody. Same thing happened with Jared Fogle for a while. Well, some good old castration should do the trick there.
Yeah, that would
medically do it medically so that he always feels like
chemical castration,
but it doesn't.
Patrick Mueller, Michigan or MSU going to the game on Saturday. That's going to be a good game. I think Michigan State is going to win it, and then or what would be ideal is that Michigan beats MSU and then loses to Ohio State. and then you would just have all these one-loss.
Michigan's undefeated right now, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
This could be
that's
their
not gonna
year.
last long.
They are building the false hope. Building it up.
Don't give your fans hope because
Don't they play equally unbeaten Sparty next week?
Yeah, that's what the setup was.
Yeah,
so,
that's not even a real matchup though. We all know that the real matchup that's like a delight to kind of consume is watching Ohio State literally fucking destroy them every single year, regardless of how many wins they got.
Right.
It doesn't matter if they're undefeated; they get fucking rained.
And then to have Jim Harbaugh just look up with that look on his face, like,
what's happening to us? He got it. He got the look. Look at him.
Just his mouth is just fucking hanging open. It's like, how the hell did that happen? I've seen Dave Wanstead have that fucking 1,000-yard stare with his mouth agape.
Oh yeah, I saw that at Pitt too. I believe
Harbaugh, man.
Dave
He
Wanstead
stayed in the NFL, and I hate saying that, but he was better at the NFL. Florida Sports Hub: Congress shouldn't investigate the Washington football team. Probably not. What does Congress have to do with them? I don't know.
They'll figure out something.
All right, let's wrap up the tier maker. Cardinals and Texans. Cardinals, obviously Super Bowl contender here, and the Texans are fucking trash.
Actual Jets trash.
They also
pulsating.
I think I found a piece of the Houston Texans in my Republic Services bin this week.
I think you ever take like a really like physically exhausting dump, and then you turn around and you look at it and you just see the Houston Texans down there and you're just like, oh man.
Just see a big bull logo.
I just see the face of Bud Adams.
All right. Colts and the Niners. The Niners are
trash.
The weather was bad.
I thought they'd be better.
Yeah, they're regular trash. Colts are perfect.
Shanahan, if he keeps this up, he's getting fired. Same as Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for some greatest game bullshit out of the Niners.
I think what I need to do is create a math grid that shows what winning buys you in the NFL, right? As a head coach. Like there's got to be a mathematical equation to okay, you win a Super Bowl, that buys you 2 losing
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years of
2
no matter
losing
what.
seasons.
Right. 2 Super Bowls, that buys you 4 losing, and then, Belichick has unlimited carte blanche. It's just amazing. There's probably an axiom that they use.
Shit, what we should do? We should make we should create cards, and we should hold them up as judgment for each team each week on what they win for. What this coach is putting up.
You want to get demonetized in a hurry? 5 points.
What's that?
What is he gambling with this loss that he just had?
You want to get demonetized in a hurry? 5 points.
I want to get tree monetized.
Shit.
What's going on?
You want to get tree monetized? Okay. Here's this: the amount of Super Bowls that Bill Belichick has won for the New England Patriots, he could get away with the Boston Marathon bombing.
Oh gosh, that was bad.
Yeah, it was.
So now we're being monetized.
That would be a tough one to. That'd be a tough one to swing, buddy.
Hey, PA. Some lines just shouldn't be. All right, I'm not going to tell.
You said tree monetized. Okay. You asked for it. I warned you.
Tree monetized.
Not going there. Actually, what's funny is my sister, one of her best friends, lost her leg in the marathon bombing. And she helps find people prosthetic legs. It's actually really cool what she does. Heather Abbott, really cool gal. Anyways, let's read some more super chats. Now that I made Hiei feel terrible about himself.
Too deep.
Says, hey, Adam, do you think you could do a video on the success story of the Columbus Chill ECHL team? Their story is really fascinating to me. Yeah, it's a little esoteric, but I'll look them up and see if there's anything there. I'm always looking for interesting stuff. If there was some situation where if it's really interesting, I'll do a video on it. Jerry Mejias, Eagles, Jets, Tank Bowl on my birthday, 12/5. That is possible.
Very possible.
We
got MetLife Stadium's going to host those Tank Bowls again, man.
Yeah, we might have to go and we'll have a Tank Media Day. And
We'll see. I mean,
we're
it is
at-
Christmas, unfortunately, but we'll see. We'll see.
In New York?
12-5. That's December 5th, not Christmas.
No, I mean,
New
like
York,
the
right?
Jets-Jags game. That's what we were talking about, right?
Yeah. We were thinking, but the Jags are climbing out. They got another win,
Wow.
guys. Or they
Yeah.
got,
They got one win.
No. We got one.
One.
We just
Sorry,
couldn't lose last week because we didn't
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, they
Best week
they
of the
didn't
season.
lose last week. Managed not to lose. Illogical Canadian evening, gents. Tree, I want to ask you about your thoughts on the Jets-Pats game this week.
The Jets are the Jets. The Patriots are the Patriots. The Jets are doing a great job of ruining Zach Wilson. So, hey, he's going to be a future quarterback of, let's say, Houston Texans in about 3 years. So, it's about right.
Where your QB career goes to suffer a
Well, could be
long,
Carolina. Could be
painful
Carolina.
death.
Complete
I
the
feel like
cycle.
Carolina, at least it's a little bit quicker of a death in Carolina. They got a short leash over there, but
Yeah.
Houston's willing to put up with anything.
Sam Darnold. Uh-oh. Daniel Shell. 27 Astros were punished more than Chicago.
You're right. They lost 2 firsts in 2 seconds.
Yeah, and they got.
And I think I got fined $5 million.
They lost their GM and their manager over it.
Yep, and the manager's back in baseball. Alex Cora's back with his old team, and Carlos Beltran.
Only Lunau's really been public.
Yeah, Lunau's the only one.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
like-
And he should sue. He should sue.
I feel like it's only
You know,
because
he might sue
this
eventually.
story has not hit the fucking headlines, guys. I've been refreshing my shit. It's not ESPN has it, but it's just like the first line, headline, right?
ESPN
But,
doesn't want to
or-
publicize that shit.
Well,
Yeah,
ESPN
nobody wants to
sponsors the
put it out
NHL.
there.
They don't want
Right.
to lose ratings.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
ESPN just purchased rights to broadcast the
Yeah, they
NHL.
did.
They
They
want to
did.
bury this as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And if they weren't doing it, they wouldn't even acknowledge it. It'd probably be
By
like
the way-
lower on the phone pole.
And as soon as I throw ESPN under the bus, ESPN Plus for hockey, dope. By the way, like I'm getting all the out of market games, worth every penny. The Rammers line says, honestly, all of you look younger than you look. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Alex Ibarra 3 clickbait punishment idea. Loser has to run a public access hotline.
A public
And
access
every-
hotline.
Has to answer every question to their fullest, no matter how stupid. That's this show. That is this show. Okay.
Oh, don't worry. They're gonna do make us do the Grossi Friday or Saturday night Q&A like that.
Here's a
bullshit.
great one here. Chris Huffer, Tomlin to USC or LSU. Did you hear what Tomlin said?
Yeah, he
in the
flipped
presser?
out. Like, dude,
He
my
said, them
question
motherfuckers
is
ain't got enough money for me.
Yeah.
if Mike Tomlin, why would you leave near unlimited job security? Why would you have to deal with the bullshit of recruiting in college,
For
dealing with
real.
younger kids?
Yeah, that's
Why would you leave? If he's
It's
gonna go
like-
anywhere, it'd be for another NFL team.
yeah.
Exactly. And even at that, dude, they've only had 3 head coaches in their team's history.
Yeah,
I'm not going anywhere.
they're gonna have to either fire him or let his contract expire, and even then, he'll get another NFL job. He's not going to college.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
our
he's
coach,
literally one of the top level coaches in the NFL. I mean, you know how we talk about players are elite. There's also elite coaching, right? I think
I'd say
Mike
he's
Tomlin
top 10.
is an
He's
an
top
elite
10.
coach.
Yeah,
He's an elite
yeah.
coach. You
He's-
don't let him. He doesn't go to college. That's just not going to happen.
yeah. For him though, for our coach equity tree for what a win buys you, we'd have to have a separate one for the Steelers, right?
Yeah,
we'd just
yeah.
be like, all right.
You
Steelers
signed the
deal doesn't count.
contract
Yeah.
that gives you your kids' college tuition, and that gives you raising your kids in one city till at least college.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Jamie,
you have
he
another
is.
level.
Phillies will finish last in the NL East next year, possible.
I don't know. Miami looks pretty rough again.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
that's true.
I mean, their pitching looks good. They can't develop hitting.
Gotta-
Washington
gotta let
it looks like they're rebuilding, so it might be one of those two.
Yeah, you gotta let Kim Ing work her magic. Mustard Bus,
hopefully.
let's go Braves. All right, Mustard Bus. We're getting here. Wow. How
Logan Brown, not very interested in NFL this year because Lions, but those Wolverines in Ann Arbor looking interesting. Michigan by 6 this weekend, dude.
they'll find
Michigan's
a way
going to
blow it.
eventually lose a game. It'll probably be to Penn State or Ohio State, and it'll be the traditional shit. We know that's what's going to happen. Mason for 2. Do you see the Ravens making a move?
You know, the NFL, the trade deadline is almost always quiet.
Like if they're gonna make a move, it'll be for like a running back.
You almost never see a splash.
Yeah,
like a 1-year deal.
If it's a splash, it's usually like a guy getting either one trade, like we saw with Flacco, or one signing from a free agent who we've been here, like Sherman. Like Richard
So I feel like it's mostly just like guys getting cut and signing elsewhere, like Jalen Smith and Whitney Merciless. They signed with Green Bay. Like that's what's probably going to be like the biggest deadline move of the past like 15 years I can think of is Roy Williams to Dallas. Like that's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Like the NFL's trade deadline is now only starting to get a little bit of hype from the media. It didn't used to.
But nothing happens.
Starting to. But remember, it didn't used to get a lot of hype. But if the NFL sees this as a clicks and advertisement drawing
they'll do it.
Thing,
they'll do
it's going to take like the trade deadline getting moved. I think that with the advent of the 18th game, when we have 18 games, then either 19 or 20 weeks, depending on if
probably 20 weeks. It's going to be 20.
Yeah, if we got to run split buys, then I imagine that the NFL is probably going to push the trade deadline to something like week 16 of the season. That way,
it'll get pushed back to, I think, because right
now
it'll
get pushed beyond the halfway point.
Yeah, they put it at about the halfway point. Yeah, so it'll only get pushed back another
further,
2 games.
so that you have teams that are really like, like in the NHL, they have theirs like with a month and a half left in the season. Mm-hmm. So there's still enough juice to get a guy, bring him into the system, put him on a line, and get something more out of your team. In the NFL,
that's what free agency is there for.
Yeah, but that's in the offseason.
Well, the free agent.
More
free agents.
Slash and free agents.
I mean, unsigned free agents.
Yeah, but unsigned free agents in the middle of the season generally don't make a big splash. And,
remember when the 49ers got Charles Haley? They got Charles Haley in the playoffs. They went and got him. They went and got a couple of guys who were free agents at the time.
That's a guy.
I'm talking like the amount of media speculation that can happen over a later NFL trade deadline. Like in the NHL, their trade deadline is a whole damn like week's worth of coverage in Canada. Imagine if we had a trade deadline in the NFL that was 3/4 into the season. So like week 15 out of a hypothetical 20-week season. You would have rampant speculation. Are the Bears going to sell? Or are the Packers going to load up? Or what team is going to be trying to sell out for the future and get more picks and get their players they can go to, try to win a ring somewhere. Like imagine if Larry Fitzgerald was dangled as a trade bait, at some point when he was younger and more in his prime.
Is he even out there? Is he even playing?
I don't think he is. I think he's free agent.
Not hearing much about him. Golden Hybrid 258. I had a baggage claim when I was a baby. My dad saw the guy next to us was Lawrence Taylor. He said, "Hey, LT, big fan." LT thanked him and said, "Hey, little man," to me. Yes. And then he said, "Son, stay off the drugs." And Chris Hufford said, not only is the NFL dealing with the Washington football team, but there's also the Gruden fallout and St. Louis lawsuit. There's always off-field drama.
Oh, yeah. It's the NFL. They love their drama.
All right,
it's going to eat them alive one day, but it'll happen.
Yep. BRB thinking of Cincy and Arizona in Super Bowl 56. Okay. All right. Let's slow it down. Chaos.
Yeah. That's
Alex Moreno.
Yeah.
LOL.
The NFL's not ready for that much chaos.
You forgot to ask Mac Jones. Mac Jones back then. Bill didn't want him. Now he's hot. Bill's all on him. I said also Raheem Morris sucks. Okay, fine, Alex. We'll bring you on in a little second. Dixie Craft, move the Titans up. Let me die on this high. No. DDR MST Pro. After the Mariners and Atlanta, who is the most cursed franchise in the Big Four North American sports? Most cursed.
Vikings.
Detroit.
Technically, I'd say Buffalo is one.
But
Buffalo.
At least Buffalo's good. Lions
Clippers.
won one playoff game and been to one NFC championship. No, they haven't even been to the NFC championship, have they?
They have once.
One.
Well, they've won a couple NFL championships. Like the Vikings are cursed to me.
The Bills went to 4 Super Bowls in a row and lost all 4. That's enough to just literally destroy the franchise, and it did.
They should have beat the Giants, though.
But the Giants, come on, you beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl twice with the dirt throwing the ball. Come on.
Yeah, but I'm just
You want
saying,
to talk about a curse? Minnesota is absolutely cursed.
Yes, Minnesota.
Minnesota's pretty cursed. They went to 4 Super Bowls too.
There's a
Minnesota.
video that was made long before Tree was doing his thing about the Minnesota Vikings 50-year curse. And it's set to the song Dream On by Aerosmith. So anytime I ever hear any flack from any Vikings fans about any random bullshit, all I got to do is look at them and say, Dream On.
Dream on.
Chris Hupper said it's not about the money, Spider Tree. It's about the Mets. Love the Mets. Let's go Mets. 5 points, Kingpin. Yes. It's not about the money, Spider Tree. It's about the Mets. Love the Mets. Let's go Mets. Hit a home run. Oh yeah, baby.
Let's talk about the Mets.
0. As a Blackhawks fan, $2 million fine is less than a slap on the wrist.
It is.
$10 million, 2 first picks, and an asterisk stamped on the 2010 Stanley Cup and grade.
I don't know about an asterisk. I mean, the players didn't do that.
The players
you
did
can't punish
not
the players for
force
that.
someone.
The worst thing I've seen in the
Well,
reports
the
so far,
players
and
were
actually have-
complicit in it, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean,
have
that was
report
after the
up
Cup,
on my
though.
screen right now, and it appears there's more than one mention of the John Doe that was the Black Ace as part of this investigation was apparently taunted by some of the players about his
we talked
boyfriend
about that.
Brad. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
but
one
that's
guy,
not
I
enough
would
to
give him-
strip him of a title, though.
Yo, I ain't even gonna front.
I don't
I
think
would
it's
have
enough to
whooped. I would have fought every motherfucker in that building for making fun of me if some shit like that ever happened.
Yes. That one guy, I would give my left arm to beat the Cowboys this Sunday. Yeah, that's a Vikings fan.
Well, the
right
problem
there.
is, too, like, in that situation in a hockey culture, you snap back in the situation, you get called a team cancer,
Yep.
and you get thrown out of the building.
And they're like,
know
why are
playing
you
the
snapping
NHL
back? What's the reason? What happened?
Wait
And
until
then
it's a
you're
practice
like,
situation and you fight him.
yeah, that guy was put in such a terrible
But then the
situation.
coach sides with, the player doing the
especially if it
harassing
was
because
somebody-
it's team chemistry.
Well,
Mhm.
team chemistry is one thing, but you don't generally see that much protection unless it's for, I don't know, a high-profile superstar. And I can totally see those
I
kind
can
of
see
words
one of them.
coming out of. I can see
Yeah.
those words coming out of the mouth of a 23-year-old Patrick Kane, couldn't you, Tree?
Oh, yeah. I could easily see that, especially considering his history. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but maybe Kaner was so young though at the time, like he didn't want to say anything. It wasn't really his team.
Oh,
like-
dude. Kane,
This is
at that
also the
point,
time
Kane
frame where he beat up a cabbie over a dime.
Yeah, that's true. Ryan Boardwine, is it just me or are there not many middle of the road teams this year? Yeah, because most of the teams are either playoff contenders or straight garbage because everyone knows it doesn't pay to be in the middle of the road. There's no reason to be, until they bring relegation to the NFL, there's no reason to win.
They are never bringing
if you're not
relegation
making
to
the
the NFL.
Clarence Isaacs, what do you think about the
No,
story
that'll never happen.
about why Masai Ujiri didn't sign with the Raptors? I did not.
I have
know
not seen that.
story. I don't. Well, I'll have to look that up. Magic Wizard, the Chiefs should be lower. And Terminal Sports, have fun getting fired, Kyle. You deserve it after what you did to the Falcons before running away. Yes, that's true. Smooth Criminal 12 TM, want to hear a joke? Oh wait, it got traded to Seattle for a first-round pick.
Woof.
Jamal Adams, is that what you're saying?
Yep,
Salt
Jamal
Green's
Adams.
an Avs fan. Marshawn Lynch was the best part of Monday Night Football. Yes, he shows up to the stream drunk. on
3
the
shots of
stream.
Henny, and he says, fuck on a stream. That's the way to go. And then they immediately boot him.
And then they're like, all right, pull this shit off. Take it off.
Eli's reaction. He was like, that's great. I'll see you.
We're gonna bring on all these NFL players, and they're all gonna talk shop while a game is going on.
While in their own home.
Talking like they're in the locker room every
Right.
time.
Exactly.
Right.
They're NFL players. They played.
Yeah.
They played the game on the highest stage, and they've paid dues to the Players Association.
Yeah.
What do you expect is
Like,
going to come out of the
yeah,
mouths of these
dude.
guys? This isn't,
Once
you
you
know.
Hey, he's here, so he gets fined by the FCC.
Oh
This
yeah.
is terrestrial television, you bastard.
Well,
Mr.
well, it's
Yes.
like the NFL expects like these guys, or ESPN is expecting these guys to be like, oh, look at all the old players in the gold jackets at Canton as they all walk up to the
Oh,
podium
fuck
one
no.
by one
Fuck no.
with their prepared little statement and their nice little wave at the crowd and the love and thankfulness for all their coaches and teammates over the years. Bullshit! They're gonna be on that goddamn television, fucking telling you about the guy who threw the dildo at Tom Brady.
Oh, dude, I'm telling
That
you,
would
man.
be
Like,
hilarious.
I'm telling
and other
you.
equally dumb shit.
Oh,
When we
dude,
get in the
like they
locker
want
room,
Pat
you got-
McAfee, you're gonna get Pat McAfee. That's what's
You get
happening.
grown men who acted like you get whenever 2 or more football players, pro players, retired or active get together, they immediately transfer from being grown men to being fucking 14-year-old fucking little dickheads in the locker room. Because all we did was talk
That's what
shit
you
in the
know.
locker room.
What you
That's
know?
all we did.
The same guys who would go into the shower and play the pecker checker game, just walk around the corner,
Whoa,
boom,
whoa.
Whoa,
Not
I
at the
was
pro
never
level.
part of that.
where you backhand him right in the
I
crotch.
don't know how.
Dude,
you do
what
things
kind of
in
locker
Iowa.
room were you in, dude?
What we had was we had fucking guys who would take the Saturday morning donuts that were brought in by the equipment staff and the rookies, and they take the donuts into the back. This was the linebackers versus running backs. They take the donuts into the fucking bathroom and stick their dick through the donut hole, just in one donut, and hide it in the box somewhere. And this is an assorted box.
Dude, what the fuck?
And they gonna put it back on the table before anybody comes in. This is early in the morning. So on Saturday morning, you see motherfuckers sitting there. I walked in one time, motherfuckers are just sitting at their lockers, just chilling. We got couches in the middle of the locker room, and there's a couple just sitting there. And I'm walking up and I'm looking at look at all these bagels. We got the cinnamon bagels this week. Oh, hell yeah. And I'm looking, and then I hear Daryl Smith, who was linebacker for the Ravens as well. He goes, ooch. Wouldn't do that if I was you. And just looked at me. And I was like, on Saturday? He's like, yeah. You know them running backs, we got to get their ass. All right. I'm going to keep walking. We got some snacks in the O-line room, too, so I'm going to go get those. But
at least you got a heads up, right?
I got it. Hey, I was like, man,
You were like,
you know who
thank
found
you.
out about it? Jack Del Rio found out. And he was so fucking pissed because we went up to Cincinnati that weekend after we all got caught partying on the Friday night. Like quarterback, everybody, Dave Garrard, we're all at fucking his first Friday party. Just literally, I mean, I had to fucking park my fucking car at a fucking at a Waffle House and pass out for an hour just so I could make it home. That's how fucked up I was. Justin Durant, they arrested him at a yield sign because he passed out at the yield sign. and then Big Rich passed out in the drive-thru of McDonald's. They called an ambulance. They thought he had a heart attack. He's an O-lineman.
Yeah, I'm
So
happy
all this
about
is happening. All this happened on Friday. The cats who weren't, the few cats who weren't out, like, one of them, Daryl Smith, like him and the running backs had this ongoing feud all season. They were just pranking the shit out of each other. And then, every now and again, you see them do some ridiculous shit. You'd be like, man, y'all tripping. But when I came in and I looked at him, he said, "You don't want to do that, ooch." I was like, "Oh fuck, what have you done? What have you done?" And then we go up to Cincinnati, and we're 6-3, and we go and play fucking an 0-8 Cincinnati and lose.
Oh God, I bet you Del Rio was pissed.
He was bro. When we came in the next day for our team meeting. When he came up there and he hit the power button on this big ass like glass screen that it was like state of the art at that point where the whole wall was just a big screen. Mm-hmm. And the first thing that comes up is a fucking PowerPoint with a picture of the club we were all at plastered on the fucking wall with the fucking with all these bullet points about how we were out partying and fucking this club on Friday with names listed. And we're just like, everybody's just kind of like, and then he goes,
so he's like,
now, man, I don't fucking know about you motherfuckers, but I'm a man. You guys been doing this pranking bullshit the last fucking 2-3 weeks. I've been hearing about it. Don't think I haven't heard about it. I'll tell you what, man. If your blood doesn't boil when you got a motherfucker sticking their goddamn dick in your donuts.
I'm sure that on the inside, most of them guys were just dying.
And on the PowerPoint, he's got a picture of some guy.
He had a picture of the donuts. He had a picture of the table of donuts. And we're just sitting there, and I swear to God, nobody moved their head, but everybody's eyes turned to Daryl Smith and Cliff Ingram. We were just like, and they're just sitting there in the meeting, just like straightforward. Don't say a word. Nobody. He said, "What are you guys telling me? If that ain't fighting, that's not some shit that you're gonna fight a man over. I'm a man." And he was pissed. His face got red. He had his fist balled up. Like, I'm a fucking man.
And to this day, Uche will not eat a Boston cream pie. That's all I got.
I think he fucking ate one of those donuts, and somebody told him afterwards, like, hey, you didn't
Oh, man.
He was like,
God damn, son.
fuck.
Yeah, that was the last day we ever had points between the running backs and the linebackers.
Note to self: never eat the donuts in a football locker room.
Mr. Yes, the Pens are doing terrible tonight. Mason Cunningham, the Florida Panthers are undefeated to start the season and are on a 12-game winning streak. Is this the season we get over the hump? Well, you're going to be missing your coach in a little bit. Mr. Yes, for Pittsburgh to improve against Calgary on the 28th. They need to wear yellow jerseys and use DeSmith. Calgary is a tough team right now. Jesper Clayson, love the stream. Do you think my Pats will be a playoff team this year? Nope. And is Mac Jones offensive rookie of the year? Possibly. Your way. I can't wait to watch the Vikings get a sizable lead against the Cowboys, only for the play calling to be way conservative and allow the Cowboys to come back, which will force Cousins to play hero. That doesn't happen. Nick Shannon. So, Tree, how do you feel about Tanev in Seattle? Bad contract, yes, but he was great. Third liner for the Pens, and now he's killing it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he is what he is. He's a ball of energy, great penalty kill guy, solid fourth liner, maybe a third liner, but like the contract's bad. That's the main issue.
Jesper Clayson is Keenan McCardell and Jimmy Smith Hall of Famers. We're talking about old Jags players. I think McCardell, maybe. Jimmy Smith was had
really
a great
good.
career too. Yeah.
I don't know if they're Hall of Famers, but they're like
Famers.
definitely Ring of Honor in Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh, Dodge.
Yes, I see you there, Dodge.
Jimmy Smith definitely deserves. Jimmy Smith definitely deserves Hall of Fame. I think. I've seen his highlights. I didn't know him that much when I was growing up, but when I seen his highlights when I got to Jacksonville, I was like, man, oh, whoa! And he was doing that. Might I remind you, for those of you who don't know, maybe you do, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But from what I have learned in Jacksonville, is he was doing that shit the same way LT was doing his shit. High as a motherfucker.
Wow. Wow. That's how gifted some athletes are, that they can just get high as fuck and play better. High.
Honestly, like some people do
functioning.
You know, like I mean,
I have a story for this.
They get high and they do better because they can focus on it.
Now,
I've heard that.
If you guys are willing to give me a moment, I don't know. I know we're running long here. But you know, it's funny.
All right, let me finish these super chats.
Let's finish. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, Makai Wilson. Oh God, I just realized the Giants have to play the Chiefs on Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli. Should I be excited or should I be worried or both? That'll be funny. I think it'll be pretty hilarious. And then Mr. Yes with the latest tweet of the latest super chat of the night. Stan Bellman of the GM of the Blackhawks has stepped down.
Yep, he also stepped down from the U.S. Olympic team, so he's out there. Bill Guerin's now the assistant GM.
All right, Ooch, tell the story. Wait, go ahead. Tell the story.
All right, so I'll get this.
A long story?
No, it's not long.
All right.
But there's just what we're talking about, playing high.
Right.
So,
let's do it.
It's everybody in the NFL smokes weed. So this is basically we got a home game against the Bengals, oddly enough. And my ritual at this time was for home games, I will leave the hotel at like 6 a.m. and go to my house and watch film at my house, hang out with my dog, and just kind of be in my own space to get ready for the game. And then I go back up to the stadium, go to the stadium 2 hours before the game. On this day, I was out early. I woke up early. I went to sleep early. I woke up early as hell, drove to my house, had a nice fat blunt rolled on my computer desk in my office. And I said, you know what? I'm going to watch some film in here. I'm just going to hit this blunt like 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to chill and watch film. This is not something that I hadn't done before. Not going to lie. But something about this weed this time, because my boy told me it was some fire. And I was like, okay.
Oh, God.
Oh Lord.
Well, I'll just take 1 or 2 puffs. I'm not gonna like go through half the blunt like I would do on a different week. Because the weed will wear off after about like 2 hours and I'll be straight. And I took a couple hits, thought I was cool. Watching film, get ready, start heading up to the stadium, get to the stadium, pulling up into the drive into the players parking at the stadium, and I'm like, shit, am I still high? And I was. And I was like, okay, well, we still got 2 hours to the game. There's no way I'll still be high by the time the game comes around. There's no way. There's no way. So I go inside. I'm going through my pregame ritual stuff. I get stretched. I go take a hot shower, loosen up the muscles, get in the steam room. I come out of the steam room and I'm like, what the fuck?
Your airplane was now going stall,
I'm
stall,
like, holy
stall.
shit.
Pull up.
I like literally like leaned against, you know how they do in the movies when you lean against the fucking sink and you look at yourself in the mirror? I'm like in the team bathroom, like leaned up against the fucking sink, looking at myself in the mirror like, I'm still fucking high. I think I'm getting higher. Coming in waves.
Take me.
It's like, fuck. So I get ready for the game. We got my pads on. We're going out for warm-ups. And I'm like, this shit has got to stop. I still feel high.
Right.
I'm like, my eyes are heavy as shit. I'm like, but this pregame warm-up, it'll probably snap me out of it. It's got to.
Get the blood going.
Dude, we get done stretching. We go to our individual drills during pregame. I swear to God, I fell asleep for 5 seconds in line doing drills. I literally was standing there with my hand in my pad like this, with my head nodded to the side, waiting on the line to because it's first group, second group, doing just takeoffs. And I'm like this. And for a second, I literally fell asleep. And then I snapped my head up like, oh shit, like I'm in a game. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, all right, get down. Kickoff comes, right? We're in kickoff, and we're like, we got a TV break. I jog out into the huddle during the TV break before, because we received the ball first. And I'm looking, and I'm like, God damn, I picked a bad week to do this shit. I was like, dude, I got fucking Geno Atkins. I got Pecco over there. Like, fuck.
Oh.
So I'm jogging out there, and I get into the huddle. And it's like every time I stopped and was not moving, I was high as shit. So I'm in the huddle, and I'm literally in the huddle with my eyes closed, just standing there with my eyes closed. And then I open my eyes up, and I'm like, this is not going to fuck. And then this is not going to end. It ended. We didn't win. And actually, besides not being able to feel my feet on the ground, because the entire game, I could not feel my toes.
Wow.
So I didn't know if my feet were firmly planted when I was trying to block cats. I felt like I was gliding a little bit, and I was scared as fuck the whole game. I was terrified. I was forgetting forgetting plays. I was forgetting assignments on plays. I was like, oh shit, what do I do on this?
Big on the nose.
Wearing hover shoes, hovering along the ground.
I'm waiting to like Albert Hainsworth when that. Remember Albert Hainsworth? Those things. How come you didn't end up like Hainsworth when he tried to chase Michael Vick and he's just chilling there like he just wants to sleep on the turf?
Dude, I felt like that. I felt like that in the huddle. I was like in the huddle, and I would kind of relax and just be like, "Fuck, I'm gonna fall asleep." I kept feeling like I was gonna fall asleep. I'm like, "Fuck." And then I get through that game, dude, and I swear to God, I never in my life will smoke weed before a football game again. At that point, I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm done smoking weed before games."
Yeah.
Imagine how Josh Gordon feels. Can you
and the
imagine
worst
Josh
part
Gordon?
was, after the game, you ate all the donuts in the locker room.
Oh,
Fuck. Stay off the weed.
the donuts alone.
I did go into the team cafeteria after the game and destroy some food. I was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry.
All right, 2 more super chats and we got to go. Jerry Mejia's Jalen Hurts is the worst QB in the NFC East. Correct. And then BA Knights 14 Haytree, which team should Flower go to before Chicago kills him like they did Crawford? He doesn't deserve to suffer like this.
I mean,
He's been bad though.
Fleury's Fleury. Like, he has not done himself any favors. It's
All right,
Chicago's defense is ass.
let's tier make these final two teams. Where do we put Seattle?
Trash.
they're trash.
Trash.
Yeah, they're regular
Yeah.
trash.
As long as Russ is hurt, trash.
Saints of Purgatory.
Saints are
Yeah.
Purgatory bordering on trash themselves.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
buddy.
that was the worst Monday night game I'd seen since the Steelers-Dolphins game back in like 2007.
Well, at least that game was fun because of the
Yeah,
bad weather. That one was just shit.
Yeah,
this
that
one was terrible. Oh my! Like,
It was just like it was bad offense. It wasn't even good defense. Like, it was just
I don't know. Seattle's
Terrible offense because
Seattle's offense was bad. Actually, New Orleans' defense wasn't that bad, but I think
but like Seattle's O-line's pretty bad.
yeah, Seattle's O-line
yeah.
sucks. I mean, to be honest, it was generally. The fact is, though, just seeing DK torch Marshawn Lattimore and Alvin Kamara do his best to carry such an abysmal team. That at the same, I put Seattle in Jets level trash. That's it. Write them off. Yes, I completely welcome that. You guys need to add a category, trash for life, and I would totally accept that. That would be Seattle. I'm sorry.
I can smell your bias from Northern California.
Coming from you, Mr. Packers and Jets level tier trash.
Oh,
Well, that's
yeah,
because
you
of Tom
Dodgers.
Grossi.
Your Dodgers, where are they
No,
at right
no,
now?
we don't
The
talk
Dodgers
about
are
that.
fucking at home, aren't they?
all right.
We don't talk about
Dodgers
that.
fucking
All
lost,
your
right?
players are losing in free agency. Have fun with that, buddy.
Oh, what happened to
Yeah.
the player names? Are the
People's names? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you'll like mine.
There's
you'll
too
like
many
mine
of us.
because of the game this past weekend.
Oh,
Read mine.
while we're waiting for all of that, I have a special announcement to tell you.
Go for it.
American industrial power has reached to new heights. I have something to show you. Hey, there's the
we got our
names they
names
just came up.
back.
Oh yeah. Do you guys
I'm
like
sorry,
mine?
Lamar Jackson.
I am fully.
So, 5 points, Zuche Tree. Do you know who Lenny Kravitz is?
yes?
Yes.
There's a song he made a few years ago called Black Velveteen, right?
Mhm.
Really?
Yes, very good song, very groovy song. Well, that is what I've decided to name my now fully built-out water-cooled PC. And here she is.
Look at that rig.
Water
She has-
cooled.
She's fully water-cooled loop, running
Tubing.
a soft tubing with a nuclear green coolant in it. It has two 3090s, which are currently connected by
Holy
this
fuck.
serial block. So
Oh.
3090s?
double
Guys-
3090,
Hmm.
and
I'm putting this in full screen.
Yeah.
oh yeah, double 3090.
We got to get that computer porn.
You see that? You see all 8 of those straight up and down lines in the
Pulsating.
background?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those are all RAM sticks.
Those are your
this
RAM
has
sticks,
128
yeah.
gigabytes of RAM.
Sticks.
Holy shit! Hey man,
Yes.
you got the 30. Where did you find the 3090 at?
2 of them?
Yeah.
Let's just say I got friends in low places.
You got friends on the black market.
But also,
He's got friends in Russia or China that hook him up.
He's got to hook up at work. That's what it is.
Port of Oakland. And
Nice.
I have M.2, which is integrated into the board down below.
Yeah.
And I have an M.2, which is just ahead of my reservoir and behind that fitting, which is also providing memory.
I see it right there. That's-
So I'm running 2
M.2 is
terabytes
like
of
the
M.2.
newest. that's
It's,
bleeding
the
edge,
step above SSD.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
I got one in mind.
And also, because this thing is currently running in Bear colors, and I am currently disgusted with the Bears right now, I'm
Switch it
going
to
to change.
Jacksonville. Teal.
There is a teal, actually. Let me check. Let me
Switch it to
just,
blue and gold.
let me just run a test here. Here's a teal.
For what, motherfucker? The Rams?
And what's the other color for Jacksonville? Black or white?
Teal,
Black.
gold, and
Teal.
black.
Yeah, teal, gold, black.
It's black. It's gold.
How do we look now?
That shit looks
Yeah,
absolutely
dope.
deadly.
Ooh.
It's nice.
I'm okay
like
with
it
this
could
color
win.
too.
Can you make it
Looks
blue
like
and
a
gold?
winner.
It looks good. All right, you want
Yes,
blue and
beautiful.
gold for the Rams, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's a blue.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
not as captivating.
Well, it's on blue and black. Let me switch it to blue and
Ooh,
yellow.
that's
black.
Oh.
that's
Tears
cool.
on a
There you go.
river.
Blue and yellow, how we look.
Yeah, that's pretty cool right there.
That looks good. That looks good.
You know what it
pretty
is.
cool.
black and yellow, or black
Man,
and gold,
I
blue and
mean,
gold.
but I'm
Oh, and
still
by
like,
the way,
Yo.
I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to Red Wings red and white because hockey season is here for us, boys.
All right.
And
That's enough porn for PC porn.
Oh, I want to go look at
No.
the porn.
So much
Got an
PC
audience
porn.
here.
porn.
So much
All
PC
right.
porn. People in the chat are about to hit that like locker room donuts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why Odd Future used that as the logo, probably.
It's time to wrap up the show. Does anyone have any announcements?
Yes.
Oh.
Afterburn tomorrow, not tonight, because I am currently nursing a sinus infection.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sucks. Get
Sorry,
better.
Dodger.
Thanks.
Alex,
Tier
anything?
maker.
Oh yes.
Don't let
Tomorrow
him go.
night.
Tomorrow night, Tier Maker on my channel, 7 p.m. Eastern. We got the Tier Maker with my guys over Share.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you come check it out.
Of course.
All right.
Oh,
That's it. Kie,
Right.
continue to. Alex, you had something?
yeah, I was gonna say you read my super chat wrong, but also tomorrow, the parking lot is back with probably our terrible roasting and predictions of the NBA season. Already, I can tell you right now, the Lakers are going to ruin what I'm going to pick because I don't know.
And I will be with
We're win another Mickey Mouse championship. Is that what?
If the Lakers lose, America wins.
That's right.
America always wins. Nobody likes the Lakers.
Hey,
Just like how America won last Saturday night when the Braves knocked off the Dodgers.
This is true.
Yeah.
America.
All right, I'll
America.
finish it up with Big Ounce says it's hockey
Yeah, I know.
season.
I know there, Alex. You wanted it.
I'll be cheating for them. All right.
Yeah, I know
That's
there,
it,
Alex.
everyone.
You want the
We'll see you next
you
week
want to
here.
call up Agent 47 there to try and get Dave Roberts.
Something like that. Finger, middle finger. All right.
I'm like Craig.
5 points bid.
Just-
You guys made it. Tree, anything coming up?
Sports ball tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing something for the weekend, but Haters Guide to the World Series is out. Managed to get that out. Finish that up pretty quickly, so just a little bit of a busy stretch. Not much you can do there, but sports ball will be up.
Our bowl, you jinxed the wrong team.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Later.
Cincy in the
See ya.
playoffs.
Invest in America.
LA